Runaway Robot.
Chapter 2 Trollskull Alley. Chat, I don't know what I did to deserve all of the sass in the world from Bravo all of the time.
Me?
But
I don't know her.
it is constant. It is just constant. I can't. Oh, God. All right, well, welcome to the show. This is DieFall Presents Waterdeep Dragon Heist, Episode 8. Welcome, everyone. We're gonna be kind of quick on the go around today because at 6 p.m. I'm just cutting the stream off. I don't care what we're doing at the time. I'm literally just ending the show because I have to go watch Avengers directly after that, and that is way more important than anything I'm doing right here. So that's gonna be what happens. Anyways, welcome everyone. Dungeon Dame, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you've been doing? I know what it is, but maybe the audience doesn't.
Well, as you can see behind me, it's very different. I have moved. That's what we spent all day yesterday doing, so I'm sore and tired, and I couldn't find shit. So please excuse me if I'm a little frazzle-brained today.
It's going real well. Great. I'm glad you're settling in, and hopefully it gets a little bit easier over the next couple days. Yeah, and I'm happy you have a new space to be streaming and stuff in. That's really nice. Mike, how you been, bud? You are a little bit sunburned. I do see that. What happened, friendo? Where you been? You going outside? Is he doing the outside things?
Oh yeah, I went to the beach yesterday. Got scorched.
Nice. Awesome. It's so wait. I don't actually know where you live, but isn't it still cold there? Do you get in the water, or you just go hang out on the beach?
In the Oregon coast, it's all overcast all the time. So you wouldn't think that you would get sunburnt, but you actually get sunburnt really, really bad. And so, being that it's still cold and overcast and everything was covered except my face, and so my face is bright red right now.
Perfect. It's okay. My arms are bright red because I went to an air show yesterday where it was sunny, not overcast. There was not a cloud in the sky. And my pale ass self decided, I'll be fine. Was not fine. So here I am. And so I feel your pain, brother. I feel it. Bravo. Other than being the sassiest person on planet Earth.
I'm not sassy.
How are you? How's it been?
It's been.
How's second weekend of Ren Fair?
Oh, it was lovely. It was nice, short-lived, because I had to go see Avengers. But it was nice. It was nice.
Wow, that was the most descriptive thing I've ever heard.
It was just nice. I don't know why. I don't have to explain everything. It was just nice. It was nice.
Stella, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
I am doing fantastically. How have you been? What's been the best thing that happened this week to you?
Ooh, going to the movies.
Best.
For sure.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay.
That's all I'm gonna say about that.
We're not saying anything else. I swear to God, I don't want to hear anything else from anyone at all.
Yeah. And just continue my doodle streams every Wednesday, 12 to 4 p.m.
Excellent. Good. I'm glad those are still going on. Chat, big claps for Stella for being my my right hand in the preparation of Revengers, because I have physically been incapable of helping people prep and create their characters for our one-shot on Tuesday, and Stella has done all of it. So I'm very thankful that has been a thing. So for those of you guys that don't know, we are teaming up in celebration of the Avengers. We've created the Revengers, And the 2 shows that we have run on this channel will be teaming up in outer space and we'll be doing a one-shot on Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you guys want to tune in for that, it'll be super awesome. We planned it, pretty much all of it this morning. It's going to be neat. It's going to be real neat. So we'll try to get that polished up, and we'll have a good time on Tuesday. So thanks again, Stella. Appreciate that. All right. So without further ado, let's play some Dungeons and Dragons.
Woo.
That being said, I'm gonna need some rolls from you folk. Let's get some rolls. Roll me a d20, please. Let's see what happens. Okay, a 5, a 6, a nat 20. Good.
Ooh.
Good.
If only that was his cry.
Cassie, if you can switch your
I
name
did
over to
switch
Cry
it
too.
over. I switched it.
Thank
I
you.
did it.
All right, great, cool. So that's a 5, a 6, a 3, and a 20. Great. All right, let's see how I'm rolling today. Wow, great. Yeah, good. Cry's back, guys. You know, I think I've always spelled cry K-R-A-I-I, and it might be on every.
Are you serious?
Yeah, on every overlay over on Revengers. Whoops. Anyways, it's a 5, which magically matches Varus. Varus, would you like to run us through what happened in the last episode there?
Sure. As I frantically look through my notes here. We got sent to look for a horse named Maxine that could talk. And we went down to the market and found her. We then went to go visit Mert the Merciless, who sent us on a mission to work as a double agent for him and the Zentarum, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. So he's affiliated with the Harpers, which are like your good aligned spies. And he was like, "Oh, I see you have connection with the Zentarum." You told him all about it, and he's like, "I think we can do something here." So yeah.
And then we did job interviews, which was the best part of the entire game.
Yeah. Don't we have more to do?
We only interviewed 2 people.
Yes.
There's like 27
No.
people on
We
this list.
gotta interview everybody.
No, nothing happened. All right. You're never doing another interview ever again. Yes, and then there were some interviews. Do you remember the names of the 2 people you did interview? No? No?
Jeff and Sally.
Jane was one of them.
Jane and Isaac.
Jane and Eason were the 2. Yeah, but we missed an entire part where you guys went to a bank to try to cash in a ton of money and pretended to not know common, dressed up Malia like a half-orc, and gave her a disguise, which went really well. And for some reason, they were totally okay with handing you thousands of pieces of gold, and then delivering more gold per month. I think another 3,000 or something like that for the next 3 months or something stupid.
Scamming, baby. Scamming.
Yeah, so that's good. Anyways, it went really well. And I think that kind of summarizes what happened in the last show. And if you guys missed any of that, you can head on over to the YouTube channel and get caught up on everything over there. I'm probably gonna start suggesting my players watch some of that before we do recaps. Just fucking with you.
I almost died.
Anyways, let's dive back
Malia
in.
almost died. How did we forget that?
Oh, the acid box.
Yeah.
The acid box.
Yeah.
That's right. You guys went back to the inn, found a secret room, opened a box, and Malia got sprayed with some really caustic acid, and it almost killed her.
Leaf didn't tell us, okay?
Again, marring her used to be perfect face, I guess, with more scars.
Her face is perfect. Fuck you.
She's having a rough time as an adventurer, I think. Okay, so that all being said, I think we pick up back in Waterdeep in Trollskull, where arrayed in front of you are a healthy dose of hirelings, potential hirelings for your new inn. The banging of hammers and nails on fresh new woodwork, workers being brought in by your interim foreman, being what's his name again? Someone get me with this one.
Tolly?
Tolly, yeah, there we go. Thank you. Tolly is handling all of your foreman-ish business with all of the other guilds to get your inn up and running. So while this is all happening, everyone is sitting on stools or assorted chairs in the common room with all the work going on around them, and you are all arrayed in front of some potential hires. In front of you, you find 3 people. You see Willis Falk, a gnome with brown hair and sharp amber eyes and a beaked nose. He looks about middle-aged for a gnome. You see Joyce Picey, a half-elf. She's exceptionally beautiful with short red hair and narrow brown eyes. And then Fralfie Hightop, a human, black hair, gray eyes. And each of these have been brought to you as a potential chef. Some of the things that are told or given to you in their little biographical summary there is that Willis Falk seems to be of a pretty middling pay value. Seems to be a pretty good chef with some experience. Joyce is listed as the cheapest chef on the list there, and doesn't list any prior experience. Fralfie Hightop has the highest demand in pay, is wearing a ridiculously large chef's hat, and he seems rather full of himself as he puffs his chest out at any opportunity. And they are all in front of you.
Obviously, the choice is gonna have to be the last one.
Okay. So do you want to ask them anything, or do you just want to pick?
What happened to no interviews, Mr. Ask Anything?
I'm pretty sure I said I was going to do the group interviews because I love my players too much. So,
Oh, my gracious DM.
Yeah. Well, in prep, I say I hate them and I love them, so we're doing group interviews. So what do you want? Who do you want to talk to?
Yeah, we should have written down all our interview questions from last week.
I know,
Yeah.
we're fools. I mean, just look up like 10 questions like an interview is gonna ask you when you're interviewing for your job.
Let's keep it to like 3 or 4, and you always ask about the rats. So that's a good first one.
And the ghost.
That you
And
the ghost. So that's 2 questions. You can probably get a pretty good feel about these people based on those 2.
I would like to ask, what sort of food are their specialty? What do they feel like they're the best at making?
Yeah, so Willis Falk, the gnome, he goes, yes, well, I think I am quite adept at breakfast-style foods, yes. I like to make lots of eggs and bacon and sausages of all shapes and sizes from various different meats. Joyce looks kind of down at him and looks up and says, I think my roasts are probably the most exceptional thing that I make, and, you know, they have some longevity to them in that you can make stews afterwards and get quite a lot out of them. Fralfie Hightop, with his large chef's hat, adjusts it slightly and strokes his small black mustache and says, well, I am well known for all of my various squid dishes and squid ink dishes. Now, the finest here in Waterdeep, and I'm known from around for having a squid ink drink that I also serve aside my squid tentacles. I do not fry them, but I serve them a little raw and rather wriggly.
How are all your biscuits?
He looks at you. Biscuits are peasant food. And Joyce goes, biscuits are, well, I've fed my family many years, and biscuits are a staple of any, middling household here in Waterdeep. Well, yes, I like breakfast biscuits. I put eggs and bacon and all sorts of sausages on breakfast biscuits.
I think we have our chef.
How do you feel about ghosts?
Willis says, ghosts? Well, I find them rightfully spooky. Joyce looks around and says, ghosts? I've never met one. Are they friendly here? Or more of the mess with your food kind?
Depends how you get along with them.
Looks thoughtfully and nods a little bit, and Frothy goes, I will never work in a haunted kitchen. Now, I've had too many of former employees that I've had to get rid of for their subpar help come and attempt to haunt me at my place of work. No. If you cannot take care of your kitchen, then I will not work here.
This bitch?
Talk about
Could
Squid
we-
Ink. Oh,
Could we say we still have the one empty seat with us as
Yeah,
we're
sure.
interviewing?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Does the seat start to do anything as he's like trash talking?
I'm already
them?
doing 3 characters here, man. Stop.
Oh, Lord, you need to do 4.
Yeah, sure. As he says that, the chair rattles a bit, and those of you with a passive perception of higher than 14 notice that your friend might be a little bit unsettled by this.
Well, I think that about sums it up for us. Thank you so much for coming in. We will be in touch.
And Frothy goes, I know you'll make the right decision. And he gets up and adjusts his hat and walks out the door, where it hits the top of the door and falls backwards and falls to the ground. And he hurriedly picks it up and shuffles out the door. The other 2 leave without incident. Okay, yeah, so some time passes, and so then you have we get a fade through, and you have 3 more in front of you. Aelor, a male dwarf, slender for a dwarf, with uneven gray hair and dark green eyes, has a thick black beard, but seems well-kempt. Scata Vibernius, a female dragonborn, bronze of scale, and has gray eyes, wears sensible and sturdy clothing. Tonka, a male halfling, heavy-set, tangled copper hair and sharp green eyes. He wears a fine raiment of clothing, and he seems to have a very thin dagger that he carries at his belt.
And what are they our group of?
Oh, barkeepers, excuse me.
Isn't Shane a barkeep?
Jane was indeed a barkeeper. There were others on the list.
Yeah.
I would like to ask the dwarf. I do
What?
recall hearing something that a dwarf by the name of Aelor used to work here. Does that happen to be you?
Nope. All right, not me. I think you might have me confused for someone else. Never worked here, worked down in the docks district.
Oh, very well.
Right?
How
Know
do you
how to
feel?
handle a bar. Right enough.
Okay. How do you feel about ghosts?
As long as they ain't drinking the ale, or at least without paying for it, I ain't got no mind.
And you? And I ask the other interviews.
Sure, so Scata, she looks at you. Well, I don't think I'd have much issue with it. And she flexes her rather large dragonborn arms. She's pretty thick. Yes. Handled a ghost or 2 in my day. I wouldn't, well, it cause any trouble. Handle them easy enough. Tonka, the male halfling, is kind of down and closer to the ground than even the dwarf. Well, whips out the small stiletto knife. I just give him a stab with this. My fine knife. And you see it's slightly curved in a snaking fashion. Was used once in sacrificing someone to the dark. I mean, serving mutton on feast day. Puts the dagger back into his belt and settles back into his chair.
Malia looks over at the others like, did you just see that?
Oh my god. What a squirrely little
But not
fella.
him.
Yeah, not him.
I don't know. I kind of like him.
We've already got too much crazy. We've already got too much crazy.
Oh my.
What are their price ranges for these ones? You kind of gave us like. the-
Yeah, I mean, for these, Jane is probably going to be the cheapest one. You've already met her. Aelor and Skada have a long list of previous experiences. Aelor's being in the Docks district, Skada being in the Castle district, so more of the market area. Tonka does not have any former experience listed, and no price listed.
I love him. If you were to see a person eating a rat in the corner there, what would you do?
Aelor goes, right, well, is rat on the menu?
No.
No, rat's not on the menu. I have to ask on relief. Obviously. You can't have what's not on the menu, or you got to pay to have what you have.
And Skada's like, well, as he says, it's not on the menu. She again flexes really hard, crossing her arms, scales bulging. I have to toss them out, I think. Again, unless they pay. Are you all right with them having rat inside your house?
There are specific people who are alright to have rat, but most no.
Well, I guess I'd check with you, the proprietor, first. Tanka goes, whips out the knife, he goes, I would stab the rat out of their hands and then eat. I mean, I would remove the rat, post haste, toss it outside along with them. And he puts the dagger back really quickly, not even realizing that he had probably pulled it out.
Oh no. There's a crackhead.
Hire him for something else, maybe.
He's got no experience. He just wandered in. He's gonna ship us for some money so we could go buy some crack. I do not trust this little man, not one bit.
Waterdeep crack. It's
Waterdeep
there's a
crack.
business there.
Waterdeep
There's a
crack
business there.
heist.
Yeah.
Wait, is the crack in the rats?
Ah,
They're
this
little
explains
drug
so
mules.
much. This explains so much. All right. Anything else you'd like to ask these three?
I think we have our heart set on Jane, right?
I know.
Yeah, it's only Jane.
Do we want to hire more than one?
How busy you think we gonna be?
Well, I mean, but it would be a lot to have one person running it from like whatever noon to midnight or whatever every single day.
True.
That's like that's a cause for some issues. That's a lot of overtime.
Plus, we're going to be really busy after we destroy Froon's place.
Maybe the Dragonborn's a good idea.
Yeah, I think so.
Get
some muscle, baby.
We will be in touch. Thank you for stopping by.
Yeah, they all leave as Tonka does. He's low to the ground. He definitely seems a little shifty, and he seems to be fiddling with his knife the entire time that he's in the building. Yeah. So again, we hard cut over, and you see three more people in front of you. Philia Niney, a female halfling, short golden hair and blue eyes. She's wearing relatively expensive clothing and fine jewelry on, and seems to have a fur cape as well.
Damn.
For
girl.
being on a person, like being on a list to be a serving person, seems a little odd. Riffolk Arns, as a male dwarf, also has golden hair and hazel eyes. He has sturdy clothing and has some riding boots on, and he seems to have a small ginger ferret on his shoulder. And the last, Dasher Snow Beetle, a halfling, also of golden hair, but with amber eyes. A distinctive mark on his face. He's wearing well-made clothes, and he has a large feathered hat. Those of you that have maybe seen some of the halflings that have been following you recognize Dasher Snow Beetle.
Oh.
As a frequenter of hats and feathered hats, How does his look?
Roll me a I don't know. Make it a perception check because you're only going to see it in passing. And you're not taking a very close look at it.
Oh yeah, I'm so sorry. I forgot that I got something at the Renaissance Fair.
Wow, that is a hat.
Ooh.
Holy F. That is a
And
great
I thought about
hat.
her while I bought it.
Oh,
Aw.
I love it.
I
Aw,
totally forgot about that.
very cool. With the 5, you know what? You can't make out the make or who made it, or whether or not it's actually good quality, or even if it's made of leather or felt or whatever. You know what? If you got a closer look, you'd probably be able to figure it out.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Ghosts. What is your opinion of ghosts?
Dasher and looks at you and he tips his hat a bit and says, "Never met anything I can't handle." Rifolk, the dwarf.
Well, I mean, I've formal adventure a bit. Met a zombie or two. Can't say running any ghosts. I wouldn't be opposed to making them friends, I suppose, if they're supposed to be here.
I like that.
Philia goes, she like picks at her nails a bit. And she's, who cares about a ghost?
Is she hot?
Yeah, DM, is she hot?
The
Yeah,
female
you know what?
halfling with short golden hair and blue eyes is striking in appearance, and her fine clothing and fur cape that she's wearing. I mean, she looks like she's at least come from money.
I hope that means she's hot.
Sure, she's hot.
Yes! There we go. I'm gonna start telling down how many times I say that.
I think right now it's 7.
7
so
times?
mark 7. I think there's been 7 NPCs that you've asked that about.
DM, is she hot?
Actually, you know what? That might be
Are
underselling
they
it a little
really?
bit.
It's a
I might be underselling that. But there, yeah.
DM, are they hot?
Everyone's hot. It's like the hottest Waterdeep that's ever existed.
Even the rats are hot.
Everyone's
Even
hot.
The rats are hot.
Everyone's hot.
I'm gonna make a collaboration video of every single time I've ever said that. I need to have passive an NPC's hot.
Damn, are they hot? I don't think I've ever said no. So everyone's hot. Everyone's hot.
Waterdeep, baby.
Mert's hot.
Mert's hot.
Mert is so hot.
Is there anything else you guys would like to ask them? These are also your serving people, by the way. I don't know if I'd mentioned that or not.
You did. Do they have any previous experience? Like, who's got?
Philia has nothing listed. Rifolk, he's got some previous ones down in the docks. Dasher doesn't list any experience in serving, but he does list like manual labor.
Pretend that I am a patron. How would you go about selling a glass of our finest wine?
You notice Philia like perks up at that. Finest wine? What might you have?
Oh, I don't like that.
I need to know the vintages and years to rightfully sell a fine wine to a discerning customer.
Oh, let us say that we have...
Godcatcher.
How am I supposed to find anything in this?
Godcatcher Rose.
Yes, that one.
The Godcatcher?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, oh. Right, well, I would let them know. It is of the finest wines, a rosé, light on the palate, a bit fruity, but would pair well with any of the possible fish dishes or even a roast. Rifolk goes,
Right, well, I know my ales better than I know my wines. But, I mean, I'd say it's probably red or something. maybe white or something. And probably tastes pretty good because we got a pretty good establishment.
How would you sell an ale?
Oh, well, there's lots to do with ales. So if it's a golden or dark or a stout, made with wheat or made with rye even, or how much of the hops was put into it, it depends on what kind, where it came from. I know a lot about the ones down from the docks. Even some types that they even put fish into. Gives a little bit of a fishy taste, but it's pretty good.
Dasher goes, well, I don't know much about ales or wines, any sort of that thing, but I got a pretty good memory, and I can remember the things, bring the right things to them.
How is your arithmetic?
Philia goes, well, I can count all of my fingers, my toes, and the gold in my pocket. I hope that matters. Riffle goes,
Right, well, I've got my fingers and toes like she said. I can keep up with that much. I'm pretty good at arithmetic, I think. Count fishes. I've been counting fishes all my life. I'll go keep number of those.
Dasher goes, right, well, pretty good at it, actually. With the foreman back in the other business, I was the one that kept track of the money.
Did we ask them about ghosts already? I can't remember.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Right. Any other questions, my companions?
No. I think that is it for me.
Molly will ask them the rat one.
Philia kind of like makes a face and says, rat? You allow your customers to have rat in here? Ugh. Disgusting little things. Revolt goes,
Well, right, I've seen plenty of people eat plenty of things. You get what you get down on the docks. Fish carcasses, rat carcasses. I mean, you do what you do. That would be fair. If you're not selling them, they shouldn't be having them in here unless you say so.
Dasher goes, rats? Eating them? Oh, I don't know about that. I'm quite fond of rats.
Oh,
I
like that.
I like that.
I like that a lot.
You eat them though.
Cry is fond of rats as well. They're just
Just being in her belly.
There's also
fond.
snacks.
She loves them to death.
Yes.
Aye.
Yes. Loves them so much she could just eat them up.
So far,
She
she
wouldn't
hasn't killed
ever
any of
kill
her
one
own.
herself. She only eats things that are already dead. Come
Yeah.
on. Kiggs is the one, okay? Cry. Kiggs is the
Kiggs is a
one.
murderer.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
thank you. We will be in touch.
Philia leaves with like a toss of her fur cape over her shoulder. Refolt gives you, he comes up and he like shakes each of your hands rather forcefully. And Dasher, he makes a small bow and tips his hat and he says, appreciate your time. And they all leave. So I think that concludes your current interviews, everyone.
Yay! That was so much faster.
It was. I should have done that in the beginning. Now, don't blame me when I don't remember how they sound until I go back and listen to them.
No, I'm gonna blame you. It's fine. Don't worry
Okay,
about
well, there we are. That's
Like suddenly,
And you
you're
talk about me having sass. Oh.
that's true. Well,
So I'm writing down Jane because obviously.
it. Obviously.
Right.
yeah.
So not Philia or whatever the heck, and did not like her.
yeah.
No.
But what was
I
the
don't like her.
Dragonborn's name?
Skada.
Skada.
Escada.
Biscotta.
Biscotti.
Biscotti.
Biscotti. Okay, and then what about the chef?
Willis, cause biscuits.
Yes.
Yeah. Breakfast food goes well with breakfast wine.
Oh, breakfast
Oh, yes.
food. And we could just like perfect the biscuit recipe. We could just perfect it.
Just to mess with Froon.
Just to
There's gonna be a biscuit vacuum of power once Froon goes out of business.
Oh, honestly, we'll do it the
Biscuit
Lucille
monopoly.
style, where we put sugar on the top when we bake it, and then you put honey up in there. Oh, honey, it'll be over. Biscuit war will be over. We will sweep the competition with our biscuit serving girls. What about serving people?
Serving girls.
Serving girls.
Yeah, I can't wait to watch Riffolk be dressed up as a serving girl.
Let's do it.
Gonna make me
Uniform
happy.
required. We provide.
Low cut only.
Low cut only.
Are we gonna
Ruby-
dress up the
Ruby's
fat?
diet
Get some breakfast biscuits with your breakfast biscuits.
Ah!
Hey.
Okay. Yeah, I liked Dasher.
I think we should probably hire him just to keep an eye on him because they were so sketchy.
Yeah, we'll just have to be careful.
Yeah, just like watch what you say around them, make sure they're not there. But at least we can double agent this guy.
Too many agenting. So much agenting.
How did we feel about Eason?
I think we liked Eason, but she was religious, right? She was the lady from the
Yeah.
Yeah.
Formerly of the convent, yes.
that she left
She
for
had-
love.
Yeah, and she was really good with names, and she was good with math too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
She was also hot. That was asked.
Oh yes, underneath all her robes.
Yeah. She's another red-haired half-elf. You had that one previously that was the cook as well.
We
She's a
love
red-haired half-elf.
red-haired people.
Yeah.
Are we just gonna have a bunch of hotties working at our place?
Yes, we
Yes.
are going to be the hottest tavern this side of Waterdeep.
With the best biscuits.
Best biscuits, best looking people, better pizza, Papa John's. Okay, guys.
What?
I was like, wait, where is this going? And we're there. All right, cool.
Hey.
Fantastic. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're
You
gonna
guys-
choose between Scotta and Jane.
Or you could have both.
Why
Yeah, I was
not
gonna say,
both?
why don't we have both?
Both
Okay.
is good. Both is good.
So do we want Dasher or Eason?
Also both?
Both is good.
Okay.
Both is good. Both is
Both
good.
Because like I said, like it's so many hours for them to have to work. For
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
them.
true. You could also have two cooks. One just works all the morning and has all the breakfast biscuits, and your other one works evening if you wanted that as well.
I don't want the squid man. Do not
No.
want the
No,
squid
no
man.
But there was Joyce. Joyce was good. She does
Joyce
good
was good.
roasts, which would be good for dinner time
Dinner
stuff.
times. I say Joyce. Willis,
Yeah,
or
so we'll-
Joyce.
Yeah. Okay,
George is also
hiring-
the cheapest on the list too. So hey, you get
I
you know.
feel like I'm literally mapping out, like, I'm scheduling my employees. AM and PM. Okay.
That's exactly what you're doing right now.
Okay.
You are actually doing that.
AM is Willis. And then PM is Joyce.
I've already forgotten what both of those sound like, so that's good.
Well, you
who
know
did you who'd you pick for your barkeeper, Scotta and Jane?
Yeah.
Yes.
I've forgotten both
Two
of those.
thick
Great,
ladies.
good,
I'm stoked.
good.
Two
Yeah,
wives.
two-
moms.
two thick barkeeper ladies. There you go. One
dream.
half orc and one half dragon.
We
Doing pretty
love
good.
this.
Perfect.
Some
Who do you want in
thick
the morning?
barkeepers.
Who should we do in the morning?
I don't know. I feel like even
Trying to
think we could ask them which they'd prefer.
Yeah.
Wait,
Joel.
Jane didn't have a lot of experience, right?
Correct.
Scotta had experience.
True.
Yes.
So
We
I
might
think
want her
Scotta
on
should be in the
busy.
PM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Jane in the morning, so we can see her beautiful face when we wake up. Okay. And then Dasher and Eason. Dasher had experience?
Not with serving, just with like
So
manual
Manual labor.
okay.
Ethan did have experience though.
Eason did, yes.
I say we put her in the PM then. Put the most experienced people in the PM.
Yeah.
Unless we want to,
Yeah.
like, do a flop. Or
No.
here's
Well, I mean-
you want to hear a fun idea? Hire
Sure.
all the bad people, see what happens.
Yeah, we
For
need
the
Tonka in
meme.
here somewhere. If
No one
for
likes
no
it.
other reason than just keep an eye on him.
We can hire Tonka to take care of the rats.
I don't like that.
He's
my God.
so crazy though.
Oh God.
That's bro.
We could hire Tonka to deal with Froon.
Yes. Yes, we
Pretty
might
sure
not want
that's
him as a
illegal.
barkeep, but that doesn't mean that we can't hire him for other things.
I mean, he had questions. He had no
Y'all are out here
experience.
hiring assassins and stuff out of potential barkeepers. I don't know what's
Whatever.
happening.
You know what it is. So we didn't like you for the barkeeping position, but
We did like
We
your
do have
knife
another-
handling skills.
we see you crazy, and we want that crazy.
No,
So-
you see him doing like meal prep in the kitchen. All he does is just cut things. So he's just cutting all these vegetables and stuff the entire time.
With his freaky sacrificial knife.
All right, so you guys picked Falk, Joyce, Scotta and Jane, Easton and Dasher. Is this all correct?
Correct.
Yes.
How much is this going to cost us?
Oh God.
It'll be about 50 gold a 10-day for wages and maintenance of your building.
In total, not each person. You said.
That's total. So every 10-day is a week here. So it's
Okay.
10 days long.
That's confusing.
And 60, it'd be another 10 gold on top of that for other guild expenses, quote unquote. So like for your bakers and things to be delivered to you if you need them and that kind of stuff, food, wines, etc. Those are the totals. So it'd be a total per 10 day is 60 gold.
So. Love it. Here for it. Because we scammed that old fart out of all that money.
We did, but we also spent most of that first bit of money
Oh.
on
On
repairing
the rebuild.
the inn. So,
We gotta find another old man to scam.
yeah, we need a little
Another
bit
sugar
more
daddy.
money.
Let's go find
Well,
one.
Sugar daddy.
We gotta sell our premium Snapchats, everyone. All right, we're just gonna we
Where
gotta
is
make that
Mert's
money.
Premium Snapchat.
Wow.
Well, we will probably get paid by Davil's Star Song.
Who? Well, I would
Yeah,
love
so-
to see
so-
him again.
Let's say this. Let's do this. Oh, all of these interviews and things would have happened over a couple of days, and basically would have gotten some of the montaging of like the inn being put back together and becoming what you guys have imagined and thought of. Over those days, and when you're not interviewing, you can be investigating what's happening for your contact Davil. So what would you? Whoa, we just lost someone. Hang on a second.
Where'd
Did
Stella
we
go?
lose Stella?
Stella's gone.
Stella!
Stella's back.
Stella.
What happened?
Stella might be back.
Is Stella back?
Stella's back.
What did you
Stella's
do?
Okay, we're back. All right. Anyways, so what would you guys like to have been doing to investigate the murders over in the docks ward?
Take a look.
Right, but it's not in a book, and this isn't Reading Rainbow, so
You're so
Let's put it-
mean to me.
let's put it this way. Let's do this.
Ooh, we could hire what's his name to go check out the.
Tonka?
I love that
But we
my
just
heroes
murdering people.
my
Need an
heroes
assassin? Tonka.
are outsourcing their outsourced work to rise in the ranks of various guilds. You know, enterprising individuals they are. Yeah, that works, I guess. Or you can say over the last 3 days that you've been doing the interviews and things like that, you could have been taking a look in the docks district in the afternoons.
We could have.
Yeah, probably that.
Roll me someone in the party, whoever probably has the highest investigation.
I know who that is.
I got one, so that's probably not me.
I got one.
And it actually might be you, Varys.
I got two.
So
I got one.
All right, Mina, you're going to be the investigator for the party. I'm going to need you to roll investigation. Roll me at advantage 3 different times investigation.
Oh, jeebus.
Me?
No, Mina, please.
Okay.
So 15, 21,
And a 9.
and a 9. So over the next 3 days, you and your party investigate the docks district. You spend your nights loitering around the docks, and on the 3rd day, all of you together, you spot a drunk half-elf sailor leaving a tavern.
Okay.
He leaves the tavern. You haven't found anything in the last 3 days that would have been a murder. But you would have, on that 21, you would have been aware of elves and half-elves in the area, those that may be coming in from the ships and those that might be staying in the inns around. Here at the Muleskull Tavern, you notice that there were a couple elves and half-elves staying here from one of the ships that had just made port. And now you see one, drunkenly, leaving Muleskull on Ship Street in the dock ward. And I think I actually have this marked somewhere, so let me bring up the map real quick, make sure it's there, and then I'll pull you guys over. You can see exactly where you are in the dock ward. Oh, there's Muleskull. Look at that. I was prepared.
Look at you.
I was prepared. All right, so those now go onto token layer. And let me drag you guys over. In chat, I'll show you in a second where everything is.
I love this map.
It's a great map.
That's so good.
It's really nice. So down in the Docks District, going south, to the west of the Skewer Dragon and Zoblobs, you find Muleskull Tavern. And a half-elf has just exited the building and is making their way around. What would you like to do?
Should we follow him, guys?
Yeah.
Very stealth.
Let's do it.
Like creepily follow?
You would like to creepily?
Creepily.
You'd like to stealth and follow this drunken sailor. What do you do with the drunken sailor? Everybody, roll me a stealth check, please, everyone.
Stealth.
What do you do with a drunken sailor?
Oh, I'm so stealthy.
Oh, damn.
Oh, I'm so stealthy.
Did I accidentally double click and hit 20 both times?
That's wild.
Wow, that was, yeah, okay. So Varus with a 20, Cry with a natural, well, with a 21. Never mind, she still has advantage click. So 20, 21, Mina with a 12, and Molly with a 20. Holy F, you guys are stealthy. Great. Collectively as a group, you're all very stealthy. Good job. The half-elf does not seem to notice you. So you're following him out of Muleskull Tavern and just down the north side of Ship Street here. Eventually, he comes to Presper Street and like stumbles down that direction, and then down into Two Flask Alley. Who would be the one? So I think Mina, you're the one that did the investigation, so you'd be the one tracking him. Can I get perception checks from the rest of the party, please?
Ooh.
16 from Varus, Malia with a 19, and a Cry with a 7. Malia, you see a shadow on the corner here at Two Flask Alley, and you think nothing of it until it shifts slightly. And a drow jumps out with a knife in hand to attack your half-elf sailor friend. Because you've noticed this, Malia, you have the jump here. What would you like to do?
Ooh, I'm gonna whip out my rapier and block that.
Yeah, you're gonna block him? All right, cool. Absolutely. That goes off without a hitch. And everyone else, I'm gonna need you to roll me some initiativo.
Yay!
Oh my god, combat!
It's been
So
so
hang
long.
on a second. I have to put you back on your other page so you can click on your tokens and roll the initiative, please. And we'll get that going in a second here. But yeah, so roll me those initiatives, and I'm gonna try to get the music going, but it's not working right now.
Guys, it's been so long. Oh no, never mind, I found it. I was like, where is initiative?
Yeah, I'm kind of the same. Where's it at? There it is. Haha, found you.
Yes, dead center of the page. Yeah. Hang on a second. So Molly with a 5. Good. All right. So she gets her rapier in the way, and then immediately fails in the initiative order. Cry with the 13, Mina with the 13, Varus with the 22. Sorry, I'm trying to get the music going, and it doesn't want to play, and I'm very sad.
Don't be sad. I believe in you.
This is apparently what's happening with my life right now. Not going. So here we are. Anyways, so let me get my laddie lad out here, and let me
He's gonna be a deady lad in a second.
A deady lad? Don't dead him.
Yeah,
He
you guys,
doesn't
we need to
deserve
question him. Don't kill him.
Oh.
No. He apparently gets to die. Good job, everyone. Hang on. Let me find his thing here. Is he in here? I didn't pull him out. Okay, that's fine. So I'm going to just roll his initiative here real quick. There he is. An 18. Fantastic.
One speedy boy.
Yeah. Apparently I didn't clear this, so now none of your stuff is on this, so I'm going to have to add all of them individually, which is unfortunate. But here we are on the Docks District, and someone is in front of you attacking your friend. At the top of the turn order leaves Varus. Varus, what would you like to do? You see this dark elf in front of you, having lashed out with a dagger at this half elf, seemingly not noticing you in the party. Malia jumps out, blocks it, and you're the first to act. What would you like to do?
I think I'm gonna scoot up at him and try to catch him with one of my daggers here.
Yeah. Okay, so go ahead and roll to attack him with your dagger. 22. Yeah, absolutely well struck. You do hit him. You hit him right in the side with your dagger. Go ahead and roll me some damage.
I'll do it.
So you click the word dagger in the chat.
Oh, haha, there we go.
Yeah, so 4 damage with your dagger. Got him. Yeah, you get in there real nice like, and you stab him for 4 damage. So cool. Yeah, so you make the first move here. Having just attacked him, he turns and lunges at you, drawing his own scimitar, and he strikes out at you with it. That's an 11 to hit, and I don't believe that hits you.
Nope.
All right, yeah, so he slices straight by your face, unable to hit you. You see that he's also seems to be drawing a pistol from his side as well, and he's going to be attempting to make an attack at you with that maybe in the next turn. So that puts us down at Mina. Mina, what would you like to do?
I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast, but hang on here. I think I've got a bonus on here that's not supposed to be on here.
Eldritch Blast.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's +3.
My music's not working and I'm very sad. Hang on a second. I'm going to have to refresh everything. So everything will stop for a moment.
Okay.
Oh, I see what happened here.
You being silly.
So you know when I pulled open the game to help you get your character sheet in,
What'd you do?
it thought I was in Revengers, so it wasn't letting me change music because it thought I was in the other game.
You silly goober.
That's okay. So we're good. We're back. So I did not see your Eldritch Blast, but it's a 22. Oh yeah, absolutely hits. Absolutely hits. Roll me some damage on that bad boy.
8-0.
Yeah, so 8 damage from the Eldritch Blast on top of the 4 from previous. So you guys have done a pretty good number on this guy already. I think that means Malia, you're next in the turn order? No, Malia's at the end. Wait, where's Cry? Cry, 13. I'm sorry, you go at the same time as Mina. So,
Yeah.
Cry, what would you like to do?
I want to hit him with my sickle.
Absolutely, go ahead and hit him with your sickle.
Ooh. Ooh, are you gonna let me do it? Oh,
Is it gonna let you do it?
How do I do it with the...
There it is.
She's being silly. She's being awful silly. Never mind, here I come.
15. No, he's able to dodge out of the way, and he kind of blocks to the side with his scimitar out, and he seems now that he's got this like little pistol out on his hand as well. But that leaves Malia. What would you like to do?
Ooh, how does this guy look after taking an Eldritch Blast and a dagger wound?
Honestly, pretty good. He's he's seems capable and pretty hardy.
Okay. I'm gonna look over my shoulder real quick to see where the half elf has gone.
In his drunken stupor, hasn't even noticed that anything is happening behind him and has continued to stumble down the lane.
Okay. I'm going to attack the individual here with my rapier.
Absolutely.
And I believe I get my sneak attack.
If you do hit, yes.
Okay.
23. That is enough to hit. So yeah, go ahead and roll damage and your sneak attack. So 13 total damage here. Nice. Excellently struck.
Ching.
Excellent. Yeah. He takes that hit and then he sees you from the side and he's starting to realize that he is significantly outnumbered in this situation and this can start going south very, very quickly for him. That pulls us back up at the top of the turn order. Varys, you're up front here. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna stab him again.
Yeah, absolutely. Hit him with that knife.
Ooh.
A 6. Roll me a d20.
Okay. Whoops.
An 8. Yeah, so you come in to stab with the dagger, and he deflects it out from you, and the dagger goes flying off to the side and embeds itself into a door frame.
I think I have to.
Okay, so I think that leaves him next. He pulls the pistol out in front of him and shoots it at you, Varys.
No.
It's a 17 to hit.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Does 7 damage to you, and then you feel some kind of poison course through your veins. I believe this puts you down to 0. You fall unconscious.
No, I had 11 hit points.
It does 18 poison damage.
Oh, 18.
Hey!
Oh, yeah, that's me at 0 there. Yeah.
So he pulls it out and point blank after it deflects that dagger from you. This loud, like, black powder pistol goes off. The poison courses through your veins and puts you down on the ground. Because the poison is what puts you down, it doesn't, like, instantly kill you. You're just unconscious here on the ground.
Oof.
So there you go. It looks like that is... He's attempting to store the pistol back away, and he continues to, like, bring his scimitar around to deflect the next attack that comes for him, which I believe comes from Mina. What do you do?
I'm gonna cast... Where is everybody situated around him?
So you're at range. Varys and Malia were up right next to him. Cry, you used your sickle, so was also next to him. So he seems to, like, have the three of them kind of, like, in front of him, like, arranged, right? So everyone was attempting to attack him at the same time.
Yeah.
So you're behind your friends.
Okay, so there's probably...
But he just put down someone in front of you, right?
Yeah.
Varys is now on the ground.
Yeah. My question is, I would like to cast Burning Hands without hitting anybody else.
You'd hit
that is-
everyone.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because I don't have
hit
a map
everyone.
in front of me, so I'm like, where is
Yeah.
everybody?
Yeah.
In that case, I am going to cast Witch Bolt on him. Let's see.
Okay. So you're, like, back here. So that... Look at the page as arranged right now. You're kind of arranged as such.
There's, I don't see a map on my thing. Oh.
I just moved you guys around on the
Gotcha.
thing.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, Witch Bolt it is.
Yeah, so remind me what Witch Bolt was.
Sorry, I
You
put
roll
the
to
wrong
attack
button.
him. You roll to attack him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or is that just...
Launch is outward.
Make a ranged attack spell against the creature. On a hit, the target takes 1d12 damage. Okay, the 11, you watch as the Witch Bolt, like, scatters across the bricks of the building behind him. It seems to miss and go around his body. He dodges deftly out of the way. Yeah. Okay. So that brings us to Cry. What do you do?
I wanna, gosh darn, hit him again.
Yeah.
Real hard.
Go for it.
No, I'm not gonna miss. I promise y'all. I think I want to hit him with Shocking Grasp since I'm close enough.
Yeah, you reach out with your hand to hit him with the shock.
Ka-chow!
Roll me a d20.
Guys.
God damn it!
Why are we so bad in combat?
I love a double TPK.
A 17. Okay, so nothing adverse happens. You're just unable to hit him. He, like, dodges again. He, like, dodges under the Witch Bolt. You reach out to grasp him, and he dodges back the other way. You're noticing now that in one-on-one combat, this drow would significantly outclass anyone in the group here. He is very, very, very swift. But you don't lose anything or get hurt for this, but there you go.
DM,
Yes.
is he hot?
He's cloaked pretty heavily. Make a perception check for me.
Oh,
Oh my god.
A 10. From what you can see, he looks pretty hot.
yes! I love Waterdeep.
Everyone's hot. He seems to have like a pretty significant scar over his right eye.
That
though.
makes him hotter.
Yep.
Yeah, he looks pretty battle hardened. And his fighting, Seer, like from when you guys are watching him, it's more like if you guys have seen 300, and you know when they like slow it down and you watch Leonidas essentially dance his way across a battlefield. It's like you're watching him do that and trying to survive here.
Woo.
Malia, I believe this brings it to you.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes.
Since the poison brought him down, if I were to try to get him back up, would the poison still persist?
You can certainly try. You do know that if poison is still, and if he is still poisoned, more than likely magical healing will not have an effect.
Check out the poison.
Suck it out.
Excuse me, Mr. Drow, just one moment while I perform surgery on my friend. Oh my god.
Right from the gunshot wound. Yeah, that's gonna be a little rough.
Okay, I guess our best bet's to take him down as quickly as possible, right?
If we
Or-
can.
Yeah. Okay. Here I go. So I would like to do two things. First of all, I would like to cast Bardic Inspiration with my bonus action.
Absolutely. Who would you like to inspire?
I would like to inspire Mina. And I will say, oh no, not this again. We mustn't fall this time. I'll lift up my free hand and you see this like glittery, sparkly, pinkish light kind of flutter out and then it hits Mina.
Okay. Excellent. Mina, you are inspired.
Woo.
What's the die for inspiration? Is it 6 right now? Or
It
4?
is a die 6, yes.
Okay. So on any of your attack rolls, you can, or does it count as saving throws as well? You can roll your d6
Nice.
and add that to the total.
Yeah, you can use it for anything except damage.
Okay.
Solid.
And then I will attack with my rapier.
Get him.
Woo.
A 15. No, he dances again out of the way and brings his scimitar up and is going to looks like he's going to strike out at you. Varys being down. Varys, make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh lord.
It's not a death save. It's a con save. A 2. The poison continually courses through your veins, leaving you unconscious and still on the ground. This drow attacker lashes out with his scimitar against Malia.
Oh god.
He falters, and it seems that he stumbles for a moment, and you see an opening here. Cry. What do you do?
Oh, I want to.
I'm asking Cry because you're still doing melee. Are you still doing melee? Okay,
yeah,
so
I'm in that range.
if you're going to do it again, roll me with advantage. You
Okay.
watch as he stumbles forward. It seems that he tripped up on something.
Yeah, I want to get him with this bad boy right here. Ka-chow. And ka-chow.
18. So you just need to roll it once because it's
Oh, it
already
does twice.
labeled.
Yeah.
Anyways, so an 18. An 18 is just enough to hit. You catch him across the side with your sickle. Roll me some damage. 3 damage. There it is. Yeah, so you catch him across the side and you see it bite through his leather armor and through the cloak that surrounds him. And you hear like a wince of pain, and he tries to right himself and bring himself back up. to continue fighting. Mina, it is your go.
Ooh, I'm gonna try this witch bolt one more time with my inspiration. If it doesn't work,
Get
I can roll it after, right? I don't have to roll the inspiration at the same time.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Sure. 16. Yeah, roll that inspiration.
All right. Hang on. Can I just click the inspiration button or just no?
No. The inspiration button is DM given inspiration, which allows you to roll something at advantage or not. Yeah, so a total of 22. It hits. So roll me that witch bolt damage. This time, you guys both see this opening, right? And with the inspiration guiding you, Mina, you slam the lightning into him, and as he rights himself, the witch bolt strikes him in the chest, dealing 4 lightning damage here. Malia, being the one directly in front of him, you see a slight bit of panic in his eyes. But that brings us up back to the... Oh, that brings us to you, Malia. You see him panic. What do you want to do?
I'm going to tell him, I'm going to shout out, down your weapons and surrender, or we shall take you out.
Are you trying to intimidate him into dropping the weapons?
Yes.
All right, roll me an intimidation check. A 7. His eyes have widened, but he refocuses on you after speaking, and he strikes out at you with his scimitar. You block it deftly to the side, and he stumbles again. You shove him out away from you. You can make an attack of opportunity against him as
Heck
you push
yeah.
him away.
Screw you, dude. Nope.
15. Not enough to hit. He's able to, like, block out at the last second, but he does stumble forward. Okay. And that brings us to Mina.
Oh,
what do you want to do?
I'm gonna use that witch bolt damage again because it
Get him.
hits now.
Hit it.
Ugh.
Yeah, the lightning
So
continues
real.
to persist. You see him, like, rigor in shock. Cry, what would you like to do?
I'd like to repeat what Malia said, but in Elvish this time.
Okay. Roll me some intimidation. A 9. You look at him, he looks panicked, but he's not complying.
I'm rolling like shit today. Do I still have the ability to smack him?
No, you would have used your action
Yeah.
to try to get him to stop.
All right.
So Malia, this brings us back down to you.
Okay. I'm just going to stab him. Who? Nope.
Yeah, he blocks it out of the way, and you see him again focus in on you, and then all of a sudden there's darkness all around you. You can't see anything. Except, Cry, I think you have dark vision that's magical in nature?
So do I.
No, you have dark vision. Do you have magical dark vision?
I do. I have double
Two different
sight.
things. You have double sight. So he
Where did
drops
everyone
this
go?
darkness, but you guys can still see him.
Ah, sucker.
And he sees you still see him, and his eyes widen, and he runs. Cry, can I get an attack of opportunity, please?
Yes, King.
Before he gets out of range here,
Yes, King.
because he is going to absolutely book it. A 14, no. You whiff behind him, and him using his roguish abilities is going to essentially double dash out of here and is significantly faster than everyone at this point. But you do see that he runs off on a side street and leaves the scene. And that is where our combat will currently end, with him narrowly escaping the party here, and with our friend Varys unconscious and on the ground and possibly still poisoned. Varys, I did skip you twice accidentally. Please roll me 2 con saves.
Oh, Jeebus. Okay. Hedge and a hedge.
Okay. The 10 is enough to just beat out the poison. Varys, you're now just unconscious on the ground. Roll me a d4, please.
4.
4. So this is for us in the game here. If unhealed or if not tended to, Varys will awake in 4 hours.
Just leave him on the ground for 4.
I mean, it is an option. You can do that. You can leave him there if you so choose.
Please don't leave Varys.
But yeah, so you guys, you run this guy off, and you're successful in that regard in protecting that half elf on Two Flask Alley, and your friend is unconscious. What would you guys like to do?
Malia, do you have any healing spells for poor Varys?
Is the darkness still there?
The darkness lasts, I believe, for a minute. So
Okay.
yes, it lasts.
I could lead her.
Oh,
to Varys.
it's 10 minutes. It lasts 10 minutes.
Oh dear,
So-
I can't see a thing.
No, here, let me. I can see. Come on.
Oh, okay. I'll
Put
yeah,
her
so
in
you're-
front of Varys.
You're led over to Varys, and like you feel her pulling your hands like down onto his unconscious body.
Okay. Okay, I am going to get on my knees next to him, and I rub my hands together. I'm like, it isn't over yet, my friend. I'm going to put my hands on either side of his face very gently, and then that same pink glow comes up, and I will cast Cure Wounds.
Yeah, absolutely. Roll me some Cure Wounds.
Oh, not with sneak attack.
The sneak attack Cure Wounds. Yeah, so
actually
you're up.
stabs Varys, and like,
You
we're done
feel, yeah, Varys, you feel the healing magic suffuse your body, and you like. We watch as like the piece of metal is like forced out of Varys's body where the magic is healing him, and some of the like green of the poison infecting his body starts to fade away, and Varys, you come back to the land of the living, and you can see nothing. Everything is darkness.
you. Oh God.
It's okay.
Calm down. Calm down.
It's
It
fine.
is-
Am I dead?
Ah!
Oh
No!
God.
Hang on. We lost someone again.
Cry died.
Cassie.
No.
What happened?
Hello, Cassie.
Why did that do that?
I honestly am not sure. All right, welcome back. Yeah, so Varys, you're back. It's dark all around you.
How can we see like how far the darkness goes to? We could just like lead them into the daylight.
Yeah. I mean, you see it. It's about 15 feet sphere.
Yeah. Let's just get everybody out of the darkness.
Yeah, you move everyone out. It's still night, so technically it's still dark. But you could definitely see there's some lantern light on the end of the alley and stuff like that. And those of you that have dark vision, you can actually see now.
Good.
Varys is gonna like cling to Malia and like, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, my friend, don't worry. I've got you back. I told you I would take care of you.
So how many hit points do I have back? If I have
7.
7.
7 total, yes.
Alright.
Yeah. What would you like to do? Everyone's hail.
Did anyone have a good look at him?
I don't know. Did we?
I was at a distance casting spells, so no.
Should I roll something to see if Cry remembers seeing anything because she was?
I mean, you
so
had your
close?
perception check. You
yeah.
noticed the
was
scar. Malia,
noticed
you
that he
noticed the
was hot.
scar. Cry noticed that he was hot. It was evident that either was wearing a lot of dark makeup or it was a dark elf.
Do any of you know anything of dark elves? Do I know anything of dark elves in Waterdeep?
Malia, roll me some. Let's make it an intelligence check at advantage for your background. Think real hard. What do you know about dark elves in Waterdeep?
Big brain, big brain, big brain.
A 19. Oh. You know something about dark elves in Waterdeep. Bregendarth, a faction here.
Oh god, I'm gonna need spelling. Bragan Darth.
I'll copy and paste it
Okay.
for you into the chat. They are a drow kind of shadow organization. Functions here in Waterdeep. And you know that I think what would be telling is the gun. You know that the Drow have some form of technology that utilizes this like gunpowder, and that there are some lieutenants high up in Brigandarth that would have access to this.
Oh, my friends, I believe that that must have been an agent of Brigandarth, which is a dark elf shadow organization, and it must have been a lieutenant, as it had brandished that pistol that felled our friend here briefly.
Well, it's a wonder we survived it all then.
Indeed.
Well, that is good information for, Davil. Davil?
Davil.
Davil?
Davil.
Davil.
Davil. And also for Mert.
I'm curious to what this means, as we believe that perhaps they work with the Xanathar? How? Because didn't we kind of extrapolate that we were basically going to be hired as agents of Zentirum? No, or is it, did I get that backwards? No? Okay.
No,
You got it.
Yeah.
To find Xanathar agents.
Maybe, or they were hiring somebody else and not us to do that, but either way they were going to the Yawning Portal to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay.
could be
Something
either
to
or.
consider.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You would also know that most Dark Elves have a distinct hatred for Surface Elves. So that might have something to do with the murders.
Okay.
Maybe. I mean,
Maybe.
If there's ever a situation for two birds and one stone in Waterdeep, it is not often that it is ignored.
Go tell Davil about this.
At this point, you guys hear like a stumble and some things get knocked over at the end of the alley, and you hear a half elf go, ha, ha, and then another crash and like silence.
Should we go help him?
I think so.
All right, let's go help our drunken half-elf friend.
Perhaps you can give us an answer or two.
You go down the street and you see, with sort of like a half-filled bottle still in hand, propped up against a barrel at the end of the street, having just passed out and is snoring fitfully to themselves, a half-elf sailor, having tattoos covering the open parts of his arm, wearing a loose linen shirt and some kind of loosish linen pants, and seemingly functional boots for the being on the docks.
Should we wake him up?
Go up and like poke him. Hey.
Malia grabs him by the shirt and then
What's all this? What's all this then? What's all? Oh, hello there.
Oh,
Hello? Who's there? Who? Oh, hello there, pretty lady. Hi.
And you like see him like kind of fix his shirt and
is he hot?
let's find out if he's hot.
DM, you have to say the full sentence. DM,
DM,
is he hot?
Is he hot?
He's hot.
He's hot. Yes.
He's hot.
Yeah, baby. Another hot.
oh, hello.
He's hot, but he's super drunk and gross.
Oh,
I can work
okay,
with that.
never mind. That alters my introduction here.
Well, yeah, I just told you he stumbled down the alleyway and collapsed on himself. I mean, I don't know what else you want.
There are drunk people. And there's
He's
gross drunk
sloppy
people.
right now, though. He just like
He's
fell
a
on
hot
dirt
mess.
Hot mess is a fantastic way to put it.
Hello. You were almost
hello.
murdered.
Is that right? My mother always said the bottle will catch up with me sometime. Are you the one doing the murdering? Because I could be okay with this.
No, I saved you.
Even better. Who might I be thanking for the saving?
My
He looks at the
name
bottle
is.
and
Oh.
puts it down.
I'm Malia. What is your name?
Hilda. My name is Hilda. A sailor. A sailor we're in port for a couple of days, picking up on some cargo heading north-ish, I think. What can I do you for, saving angel?
How long have you been here in Waterdeep?
Right, but tonight, I believe, we came in this afternoon. Captain gave shore leave, heading on over to Trollskull. Been there a couple times. Decided I'd take myself a walk. I had to go somewhere. Where was I? Oh, there you are. Thought I lost you. Hey, going somewhere. Trollskull. I was going to Trollskull to take a sleepy. Going to bed.
Didn't he just leave Trollskull?
Yes. He drunk.
He drunk.
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, poor Mally is exasperated already.
Okay.
Whose crew do you serve?
Captain. Okay, it's Captain. You just call him the Captain. Do you know Captain?
Oh my goodness.
What is
Captain.
the name of your ship?
Oh, sleeping. Sleepy siren. Sleepy siren. Sleepy. Man, I'm so sleepy.
Guys. Should we take him back to our tavern and talk to him in the morning?
Yes.
Back up the Trollskull.
Yeah. Well, we have to go
Cry's
back to
gonna poke
Trollskull
him.
anyway.
You poke him, nothing happens.
Man, you doing that and leaning back in your chair makes your chair look really comfy.
It is so comfy.
I only sold a kidney for it. It's fine.
How much longer do you have to live?
Well, with one kidney, I think I'm okay for a year. But I need a new one. So, chat, if you're looking to donate a kidney to the Runaway Robot Bought a Chair cause, mods, put the link in the chat, please, to my GoFundMe. Gotta get it done. All right, so yeah, so it looks like Heldar is drunk and passed out again in front of you.
It is quite a walk home.
Well, we have to walk home anyways.
It's gonna be difficult to carry him with us.
Should we perhaps try to catch a dray?
Yeah? Is there any out and about?
The docks district late at night, it's rather dangerous. Most drays that know what's good for them don't really come down this far this dark. But yeah, you find a less reputable one that's willing to take you all the way north.
Sweet.
How much?
Yeah.
I don't remember what the standard is, but let's call it 5 copper. Why not?
Perfect.
Nice.
Cool.
Solid.
Cool.
Does this guy have pockets?
Oh, you want to search him? Yeah. Make an investigation check. I'm going to say you're doing this before getting the dray, but yes, make some investigation.
Yeah, I'm not gonna rob him in front of the dray. I'm sorry, you said dexterity? Can
do
I
you
do
want?
sleight
Do you?
of hand?
No. Do you care if people see?
Oh, no, we're in an alleyway.
Investigation. You're investigating his pockets. 15.
What do you have? in your
You find all of his pocket change, which totals to about 3 silver pieces total. He's a drunken sailor. You see that he's got a multitude of tattoos, most of them having to do with the sea or a ship of some kind. One of them being a sleeping siren. That's kind of relevant. He doesn't seem to be carrying much else on him. He has a small dagger at his belt.
Would it be hilarious if he's the captain?
I was thinking that same thing.
No. Captains wear hats.
Is that like our
Yeah.
chef friend who came over with his for an interview?
That wasn't a hat.
It was on his head. It was a hat.
We will not speak of that hat ever again.
Okay.
Okay. Malia will like pick his pockets, see the money, and then she'll actually put the money back into his pockets, and then
Okay.
be like, "Let's take a dray home."
Yeah. So you take a dray back to Trollskull, where again this is like in the montage form over the last 3 days. The place is still in some form of repair, but is definitely looking more on the ends of being ready for business. I think this is a good time for us to take a swift break, about a 3 to 5 minute break for us here. And then when we return, we will continue our adventures in Waterdeep and maybe figure out some of the fallout for figuring out this, I guess, little murderous plot. And we'll be right back.
Can yell at you anymore?
Yeah, before you yell more at me, I live on the end of Bravo's yelling at me, apparently. That is just where I belong. Welcome back to DieFall Presents Waterdeep Dragon Heist Episode 8. Still in Chapter 2, by the way. I thought we might point that bad boy out. Which is cool, because I honestly didn't think that the party would take so well to, like, rebuilding the inn. And they seem to like doing that. So we're doing that. But that being said, I think what we find is that, like, we kind of, like, montage through the rest of the building of the inn. You guys have selected who will be working for you. You have thwarted a murder down in the docks district. You guys head home, wake up the next day. What would you like to do?
Let's go wake up our sailor.
Yeah. Water my plants.
Oh yeah.
You want to go... Wait, oh, did you brought him home in the dray? Okay, yeah. Where did he sleep?
Do we have any beds yet?
Yeah, you guys would definitely have, like, beds either in construction or some of them already delivered or something like that.
Yeah, okay, well, we would have probably stuck him in... I don't know, would we have stuck him in, like, one of our rooms to keep an eye on him, or...
He can sleep in the attic with Cry.
That's not
Oh,
terrifying.
hang on. Hang on.
Don't
Whoa,
own
hang
him.
on.
We could put him in one of like the guest rooms that we set up and just have Kiggs hang out with him or whatever.
Yeah, that's good.
All right, yeah, you go in there and you find him still thoroughly passed out. Would you have taken his boots off, or are they still on? On your brand new beds?
Yes. Take them off.
Okay. Yeah, they're off. He's snoring, passed out in the bed, still sleeping off whatever he was drinking the night before.
I'm gonna cast Mage Hand and use it to, like, poke him awake from a distance.
Yeah, he's like... Up it. Oh, I'm not. Oh, Sean.
Can I
Oh,
can
hell
Cry
no.
pour a little water from her watering can on him to see if that'll wake him up?
Yeah, you do it, he goes, ha! I'm up! I'm up! I'm up! I'm up! What in where? I thought I was in a right friendly alley. Where am I? Who are?
Good morning, Heldar.
You look like death, but hey, you pretty lady, I remember you.
You look like death.
You look like about
like
how
death.
I feel, but you said you saved me. Hello, pretty angel. How? Oh, and he like looks down and is like, right. Where am I?
You're in our tavern.
Right, okay. Where is that dock ward? Is it near where I need to be to get back to my ship?
No.
Shit. What time is it?
Oh no.
What time is it?
Well, it's you guys get up relatively early. Would you have let him sleep in or no?
Probably not.
Probably not.
It's
I've got my breakfast
daybreak.
wine too while we're waiting.
Yeah, the
him.
sun is rising. It's, you know, early-ish morning.
It is early-ish morning.
Shit. How far from the dock ward are we?
Pretty far.
Yeah. You're in the north ward.
This is
Far
not
enough.
good. Magic Angel Lady, don't know your name. Any way for you to save me again and make sure I'm back in the Dark Ward, now?
I can't teleport you.
Then I'm fucked. Shit. Well, right, thank you for saving me. I'm going to go have to find myself a new job. So, I'm going to leave now, figure out where the fuck I am. No thanks to you lot, and, goodbye. And he like grabs his boots, doesn't even put them on, and starts to try to move out of the room that you all have crowded into around him.
What?
Hey, hold on. You don't have a job. You don't need to go anywhere right now. Stop.
Nope, I need to be on the next ship out of this godforsaken town. I'm leaving. Thank you for saving me. Good day.
You want to work at a tavern?
Yeah, I was just thinking about that.
We have a job.
Perhaps we can offer to get him a ride with a Dre?
As
can
you guys
ride
are
with
considering
him.
this, you like hear him tramping down the stairs and making his way across the main floor. He is exiting your building.
Oh.
What are you doing?
Okay. Who's the fuck? Varys, go get him!
Stop him.
All right. Yeah. Varys will scurry down the stairs. Come on.
Tiny little Varys.
Yeah.
Yeah, you scurry down the stairs. You're behind him. Do you get in front of him? He's like exiting the building.
Yeah. I'll try to like scoot around.
Still
in front
boots-
of him, like,
boots
whoa,
still in hand.
Whoa. We.
And he looks at you and goes, right, okay. And he puts a much larger than like your hand on you and attempts to push through you. Please make a strength check for me.
Oh, wait. Yeah. Oh, that's
He's
it.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Saving throw.
That's, I mean, your strength is +2, is it
Yeah,
not?
Yeah.
Okay. You're like pushing against him. He continues to walk through you. You're skidding backwards through the door.
Okay,
No!
Mina's gonna yell out from like probably the top of the. She couldn't get down fast enough. Hey, dickhead! We saved your life last night and almost died doing it. The least you could do is stop and answer some questions.
Right, and I lost my job because of it, so I might as well be dead. I need to get out of this town. I don't know
I
what you
did
don't understand
die.
about that.
I
And
did
you,
that. Why do you
in
need
front
out of
of
this
me.
town?
Have you been to Waterdeep? This place sucks.
Well, that
live
part
here.
of this place sucks. This place isn't so bad.
It all sucks. It all sucks. It's all murderers and terrible people and people wearing big hats. I don't need any of it. I'm out.
Why was someone trying to kill you?
Who doesn't kill anyone in the Dark Ward?
What? Okay, that's fair.
That's a fair point.
We're like, yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
All right, well.
Right, can I leave then?
Malia, you have anything to say? Ferris. I could just see your feet skidding.
Yeah, he's just like leaning on you slightly, and you're like, no,
Is your crew mostly elves and half-elves?
My crew is gone, by the way. I needed to be down there this morning.
Like you would have been awake to leave anyways.
So they aren't my crew any longer. Yeah, well, the boys would have known where to find me. And
in
they
the
would have
middle
come to
of
find
a
me.
random alley? I doubt it.
Yeah, fuck yeah, they would know.
They're my boys for a reason. Though
they didn't come
they
looking
aren't going
for
to
you.
disrespect. They aren't going to disrespect the captain and not leave on time. Now it's my hide or theirs. They're going to pick theirs.
Who was your captain?
Let me go.
You said his name was Captain when we talked to you last night.
All right, because his name is Captain.
Captain.
I don't.
It's Captain.
Why are you asking all of these questions? Thank you for saving me. I have nothing left to say to you. Please let me live my life.
Someone
I'd
has
like
specifically
to
been
leave.
killing half-elves. We're trying to figure out who it is and why.
Great. Speak to any of the elf haters in this town. Why do you think I also hate this town?
Why would you come to this town, then?
Work. I worked on a ship until today.
Well, go find another ship. There's plenty of them.
That's the point. Let me leave.
You can do it tomorrow!
He like puts a hand down on his knife. And he looks down at Varys and he says,
You don't take your hands off me and let me go. I'm gonna put this dagger twixt those. Well, wait. You're missing an eye. Unfortunate. I'll put it right where that eye's missing.
I'm so stressed.
Alright, Mina.
All right.
Varys
Varys,
will, like,
let
put his
him
hands
go.
up, walk out of the way.
Right then. Anything else I can help you with before I get out of this godforsaken town?
Oh, now you're willing to stop.
"You're right," and he walks out the door.
How rude.
He was mean.
Don't like him.
Tell your friends you had fun here.
We didn't tell him what the tavern was called, at least.
Yeah.
We should have told him it was Frunes.
Yeah, we get this thing, like the door shuts and ding, 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 and then you like see him tromp down the bottom of the steps, look left and look right, and it's like, fuck am I? And he just wanders down the left, down left way. That's and there goes Heldar, the drunk half-elf sailor.
Well, I'm going to get a croissant.
Oh yeah, from your baker friend.
Oh my god, I forgot what the baker's name was. Someone help me out! What's the baker's name?
I think it was
think I wrote it
Elias or something.
Oh, it was Elias.
Elias.
Thank you very much. It was
I
Elias. and
remember my baker.
My ship.
I don't remember what he sounds like at all. I totally forgot we had talked to him.
He's
I just
very
remember he
rosy
always ate
cheeked.
his own pastries.
Oh, that's right. He kept eating his own pastries.
Okay, I won't make you roleplay him.
I mean, you can go get your stuff, but thank you for reminding me what he at least looks like. Okay, yeah, you go get your pastries. You get enough for the group. I mean, again, we just count off another gold for like the day of
Food.
eating and stuff like that. Yeah.
I'm guessing that I'm back at full health and everything because we rested.
Yeah, you're all good. Everyone's back up full. Spell slots are back. All that jazz.
Cry's gonna wind up her bird upstairs.
It chirps happily.
You're wrong.
Okay. I think. So you guys, would you want to go? I guess quote unquote turn in your quest, for lack of a better term.
Yes. Probably.
Like to go see yourself a one Davil star song?
Ooh! Let's go see the hottie.
But maybe not
Yes.
like first thing in the morning. Like maybe we should wait till afternoon.
Sure. And you know what? Let's talk about this. So the end's becoming complete. What does it look like at the end, right? We gave like an exterior idea of it where like it's going to be greenish in color. We had the handout and everything, and it's going to be like an off-white for the trim. But like inside, what does the place look like? Do you have a bunch of tables and stuff down on the main floor, or is it more cozy, like with large like plush chairs? What do you want your inn to look like?
Don't let Malia have executive decision with decor. It will get expensive.
I mean, plants.
Plants! Plants.
Ooh, we're gonna get some plants from Fala. Just load up the place.
I want plants. Oh, look, ivy going up.
Yeah, well, it's a green place. I feel like we should have greenery inside too.
Yeah, I want
Maybe with little
mysterious.
skulls and like all the
Oh
planters.
my gosh. Sure, yeah. Green all over the place. Little skulls in the planters.
Can I go
Absolutely.
over to Follows and get a big like ivy,
For like outside?
like an outside ivy, so it can start creeping up the?
Yeah, but she'd let you know, like, because you get a big ivy, and she'd be like, well, it takes time for it to crawl up the thing, but she definitely would give you one if you're willing to pay her.
Yeah, I'm willing to pay her.
Okay.
How much?
For like a good quality plant, I think like 2 gold.
Okay, I give you 2 gold. Boop boop. I give you
Let's
2
say for
gold.
all of the other total ones that you wanted inside the place too, another 2 gold. Just knock it on off.
Okay, I do that. I got plants.
Yep, so it's all green on the inside. How many tables do you have downstairs?
So many. Like,
Big tables, bench tables, corner tables, no tables, just stools. Just one chair in the center of the room.
1 chair.
One chair. I don't know. I feel like we should have an arrangement of different size tables, but
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We could get barrel tables where where like the standing tables. The
oh,
the
High
standing-
tops. You want some high
Yes,
tops.
The
Wow.
standing table.
Is that what you do at your standing
That's
tables?
what I
Is
do.
that
I'm
how
like,
you
hey,
lean on them?
boys. That's me at the
I'm
standing
pretty
table.
sure you're too young to be inside a bar,
You don't know.
so I don't.
I'm
come to Canada. We'll let you at all the bars.
Yay!
Come hang out. Yeah, okay,
little
sure.
more.
So you have a couple standing tables, like maybe like 3 that are just on the other side of the bar from where the stools are, and then you have a couple of like sit-down tables and one like long table with benches on either side that's more centered over in the like nook, I guess. And then you have like a couple of larger plush chairs by the fireplace.
Perfect.
very
Oh,
Excellent.
Like the tall
yes.
tables, you can't hide under.
Yeah, you got
Rug.
better tables elsewhere for that, but yes. And then you've outfitted your rooms, I'm assuming, like with relatively well appointed and nice beds, side tables, wash basins, new tubs, having the like new mirrors and stuff like that, and like I guess like trunks or something or dressers for people to put their stuff in. And I think you had like 4 total rooms for guests.
It was the whole second floor was gonna be for guests.
Yeah.
That's right, the whole second floor. So let me take a look at that real quick. Okay, so the common room there, so the common room is just going to be like a small version of a study. Like that's where your plush chairs are going to be, and like your couches, and like where people can come out from, where it's more quiet and have a quiet drink. Did you say you're going to make the den a bedroom? I think.
Like a shared bedroom.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many beds did you want in the den?
What would be comfortable?
Do you want bunk beds?
Probably do
thinking
2 or
bunk
3.
beds.
Bunk beds.
Yeah, we could do bunk beds.
Hostel style den.
Yeah, I mean, you could have it like hostel style. Be like, yeah, this is where like if you want your cheap room, you go to the den, right? You give people the den, and then like in that room, that's 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. It's 40 feet across. I mean, you could fit 5 beds in here easy.
So 10 heads?
10 heads.
Yeah, you could have 10 heads in here if you wanted it to.
Okay. Yeah.
In the spare bedroom, it's a little bit smaller. You could put 2 beds in there if you felt really inclined to. But I think that's where Ferris was staying.
Ferris
so-
is staying in the library and study on the 3rd floor because we
Yeah.
kind of
Okay.
switched them.
Different
Yeah.
one.
Gotcha. Okay. So the spare bedroom, I mean, it's maybe 1 or 2. It's a much smaller bedroom, but it's a little bit more private. The larger bedroom, I mean, it depends. It's up to you. How many of you guys want to be able to, like, sleep here?
Maximum without any risk of fire safety.
Fire
We could
marshal's
do
gonna
like
come in here.
2 small beds in the spare room, but make them
Sure.
close together so you could push them together if you want like a big bed.
Yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have
Okay.
a private one? Is that the bedroom that we made private?
Yeah.
Yes, big
Okay.
bedroom, like a private room.
The big bedroom's the private room?
Yeah.
That's like your suite.
Yeah.
Understood. Yeah, okay, cool. Sounds great. Everything seems to be coming together. You're starting to get deliveries for all of your like wines and your ales and things like that. All of these things that are fresh. Your workers are now coming to work for you. Everything's going really, really well. So this is all like happening in the background here, and you guys have spent a couple days getting everything figured out. So yeah, let's do this. You guys have solved sort of solved the mystery of the elves dying, right? The murdered elves, and you've also gotten your inn up and running. So let's say everyone's coming to work for you now. You're starting to pay for all of them. So in the morning, when you come downstairs, Malia, and you want to go get your croissant now, well, you have breakfast biscuits waiting for you, all freshly made.
Oh my god.
I take one. Smell it. Feel how fluffy it is.
Warm, fluffy. It's pretty good looking.
How's the crust?
Crunchy on the top, but thin.
If I slowly break it, is it flaky?
Yeah, you open it up and it flakes finely, and you watch as the steam comes pouring out of it.
Ooh.
I'll eat it.
And you eat it. It's better than Froon's.
You just hear Malia squeal, and the whole house shakes.
Yeah. Ah! Yeah, perfect. And Willis Falk goes, hello, what's going on out here?
You
Hello?
are a genius. These are absolutely fantastic.
Is that right? Well, great. I've made some sausages. You want some of those?
Yes, I want
Perfect.
everything.
Yeah, perfect. Excellent. I'll get them. And he like goes to the back and he goes and gets some. You see, Eason is who's working your morning? Dasher?
Yeah.
Dasher is. I mean, you don't have any patrons here just yet, but Dasher is like cleaning stuff, making sure nothing's like gotten dusty or whatever. He seems to be moving around with fresh linens that have just been delivered from the Linen Guild. So he's doing a lot of the quote unquote housework. Jane is you see as she's supervising barrels of ale being brought into the bar itself. Right. I hope you don't mind. I've taken liberty of getting all of our beverages sorted.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Jane.
Right. Oh, well, good. Would you mind if I just take care of this from now on? Skada and I, we talked about it. We figure we've got a right good handle on what North Ward needs.
Perfect. Yeah.
Please
right.
add an inventory of breakfast wine to
Right,
the,
okay. Uh-huh.
It is
I'll have to
breakfast
rely on
wine.
that from Skada. She's done a lot more work in the market district, but she knows her wines.
Biscuit are
It's fantastic.
better.
The question though, for the mornings like this, do you mind if we?
And she like looks pointedly over at the biscuits and then back at you.
Do you mind if we eat here?
Not at all. Please enjoy. They are absolutely
her-
fantastic.
Eyes light up a little bit. Roll me an insight check for Jane here.
I'm
Malia,
worried
whoever's
about
in the room.
Jane.
Whoever's in the room.
I feel bad for her.
I stare into your soul. With a 12.
12. I mean, she's wearing her emotions quite clearly on her sleeve here. She's probably never been treated so well as an employee of someone. So like she's questioning every move she's making with you and not thinking that, but every time you tell her yes, she like, you see her like puff up a little bit and like become a little bit more confident in herself. And yeah, this morning is it's really good for her right now. And she's
I'm gonna cry.
Okay, I can handle this. This is good.
and so yeah, she continues to handle the delivery, and you notice now that she was kind of sitting on the sideline for the delivery. She's now doing much more directing, and she's making comments and she's talking to each of the workers there about what types are being brought in, yelling at the ones that are bringing in the wrong type or overcharging. She's moving into her own here to help you run your inn.
Yay. Jane. We love
Jane, you are doing excellent work.
Right. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. It's so nice establishment you got here. I'll be happy to live in the neighborhood and work here for you.
All right. So yeah, the manor is up and running. So let's do our little visit to Davil Star Song over in the Yawning Portal. Let's go that direction. So you make your way over to the Yawning Portal, maybe right around midday or something like that. And Davil's there, as he is wont to be, dead center of the room, reading a book, sipping a fine wine, legs crossed, kind of minding his own business.
Molly says, Mina, after you.
Oh, thank you. Mina's gonna come up and probably not just sit in front of him, kind of like get his attention. She slides in kind of around him.
You like touch his shoulder gently and then slide in around or something, and he looks up and he's,
Oh, Mina. Good to see you here. Welcome back to the Yawning Portal. What can I do for you today?
Oh, well,
Hopefully you've all found what you need to find.
well, we found some things, that's for sure.
Oh, go on.
While we were out the other night, we did happen across a almost murder, I suppose. We managed to prevent it, but we did not manage to capture who was doing it, though we did get a fairly good look at him.
Well then, details, please. What happened? Where? To whom?
Well, it was a half-elf sailor who was almost taken out, which would have been very unfortunate, though he was not very kind. He was very drunk. But
Sailors don't tend to be kind, but I do appreciate you saving him anyway.
Yes, well, it was a drow that was about to perform the deed.
Oh, well, our cousins don't tend to like us too much.
No.
Not that I can blame them. We've had them underfoot for centuries, but... Good. Did you get a good look at him?
I myself did not, but Cry here did.
Is that right, Cry? What did you see?
He was
It's okay
hot.
to speak up. He's hot. Cry, do you think I'm hot?
What is
I'm hungry. I'm gonna go now. She leaves.
Oh, dear.
I'm honestly just trying to get a gauge of what he looked like. But yes, okay. Does anyone else know what this drow looked like?
Cry did mention he had a scar over one of his eyes.
It's good. That's a discerning feature. All right, what else?
Malia, did you see anything? It was a bit
Yes.
from a distance.
He did wield one of the pistol devices that I believe to be something you'd find among the lieutenants of
Dragon to Arth.
Yes.
Yes. I know them. Now that is important. I was a lieutenant then.
Varys is gonna point to the bullet hole in his armor.
Oh. Oh, they got you, did they? I wonder you're still alive. Those things are right powerful.
There was poison in it.
Drow like their poison. Sadly for you, the pistol poison tends to be one for killing. Their dart poison tends to be one for sleep. Luckily, you're still alive, so... Good. Good. For that, and I apologize for your run-in with, well, one of the three most powerful people in Bregendarth. Here. And he tosses out a hefty coin pouch in your general direction.
Count it.
You're getting food.
She's getting food. She's just standing at the bar staring at it like I didn't like that.
Yeah,
interaction.
absolutely. Absolutely.
I
And
didn't like that
Durnan's like at the bar just like looking, just like
Oh, little lady, are you all right? Okay, just let me know if you need anything.
And he like goes back to like rubbing the bar with the cloth. Yeah, so he, Starsong tosses out the gold pouch at you, lands with a clink on the table.
Oh, well, thank you. And Mina will like peek into it and then give it to Mom.
It looks
For
like
money.
roughly 200 gold pieces. By roughly, I mean exactly 200 gold pieces.
Malia will split that later.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay.
Well, thank you, Tavern. That will do well for
No.
Our reparations for Varys here almost dying.
Well, mostly it's for you saving that poor sailor. But yes, hopefully it makes up for some of it.
And he looks over at Varys, well, who's under the table, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Probably, right?
He wasn't given food, so he's not under the table. He
Okay.
only goes under the table to eat.
Okay. So he like looks over at you and gestures.
Apologies. Being as that may, I appreciate the knowledge. Knowing that Dragondarth is active here in the city again is troublesome, but good knowledge. What do you know of them, if anything?
I don't know anything myself, but Malia here might know a thing or two.
Yes.
He like looks over at you.
Well,
Yes.
What
I
do you
know. I know things. In fact, I know.
You basically told him everything you already know about it, which is like they function in the city. The lieutenants have like access to some of this technology. You know that like they're kind of a shadowy organization, but like for you, like you remember your level of whoa, we lost everyone. Hang on. Chat, one sec.
Ooh.
I was gonna say I lost everyone,
Oh.
so hopefully we're
Yeah.
all coming back. We're good.
Mhm.
All right, fantastic. So from what you know, Malia, essentially what you were told, because they function at a level that is a little bit even like more under the radar than you're even used to.
Gotcha.
Like they are professionals in a world full of people who think they are.
Malia
Yeah.
will say, yes, I have told you all I know of them. Anyone that knows more than that is either bad company or have likely seen much more of them than most people.
Yeah, Devil laughs a little bit at that, you know, politely with a hand over his mouth. It's like,
well, then you'd be right, because I am terrible company and a terrible person, and I have seen way more of them than I would ever have liked to. I appreciate you letting me know what is happening here. Well, I'll have something else for you all to do. Not today. Soon, though. Let me get some affairs in order and let me get some leads confirmed, and I'll send you on a little chase for something else. More coin is involved, if that's all right with you. I do suggest, though, that you stay away from anything involving Dragondarth, and if, well, anyone strange happens to come visit you, be careful. They like to use magical disguises. But I believe that's all for now. You may be on your way.
Thank you very much. Take off my hat, do a flourish.
I'll just
he
tip
smiles
my...
at you. Yeah, just smiles and nods.
Oh,
Please
speaking
be
of,
safe.
Speaking of the hat, Mina would have been still checking her horns. How are those?
Oh yeah, that's right.
We'll get to that in a second, okay? So yeah, you complete this this Zentara mission. You have saved a half elf, received 200 gold pieces
Yummy.
person, and You've gained 1 renown in your Zentarum faction. So you now have a renown in the Zentarum, the Harpers, and in the Force Grey. So use that as you will.
Keep track of that one, huh?
Molly is so happy.
Yeah, right. Yeah, playing all the factions against each other. Okay, so let's do a little bit of a fast forward here. This is us. A 10-day passes, the inn is up and running. It is bustling with activity. You even have some clientele, incredibly enough. Now, that all being said, we need to find out how the inn is doing. Is word traveled around?
Oh, yeah.
Are people enjoying their stay there? What's happening? So, at the end of your 10-day, you pay 60 gold pieces. So, whoever is keeping track of inn gold, make note of the 60 gold pieces being paid to your maintenance, wages of hirelings, and other guild expenses. And then, whoever would like to, I need you to roll a D100 plus 10.
Oh my god.
Question, have you been advertising?
You mean besides ghost wine?
Yes, besides that one time you said ghost wine while you were walking to a mission.
I mean, we probably would have mentioned it to a few people, but not like... I feel like we're not the best at advertising.
We had a sailor who had a really good time here. He surely told us.
He had a fantastic time. Okay, so that's fine. We'll just roll a standard D100 plus 10. But for next time, like if you ever want to say, yep, we spent X amount of gold on advertising and we like contacted someone to do that. Or you could even hand it off to one of your hirelings now if you'd like to. That's entirely up to you. You now have 6 people that work for you.
True.
As well as a whole bunch of guild contacts that you can take advantage of. You also are pretty flush with cash. Gold is worth a lot in this town.
Woo!
So you guys do what you want to do. But for this now, let's see. Who would like to roll the D100 plus 10?
I can do it.
Okay.
All right, Cry.
Go.
Let's see what happens. Roll me a D100 plus 10.
Okay, let's see if I remember how to do this command. Roll D100. And then do I do plus 10 here?
Yep.
Okay.
No spaces, just plus 10.
Oh, you're so smart. Where would I be without you?
Not on this show. Okay. The business, with an 86, the business covers its own cost for each of the days and earns a profit.
Ooh.
It earns a profit of... Let's see. Oh my. 45 gold. So there you go. I rolled really lowly, but you earn 45 gold over the 10 days.
Nice. That almost pays for the, Oh, no, you said it does
That's on
pay
top
for
of
itself,
that.
and
Yep, you
45 is the
covered your
profit.
maintenance
Love
for
that.
the whole time. Plus, you profit 45 gold. So yeah, you can basically mark off that 60. It's gone now. You covered that. So you made 105 total gold in 10 days.
Nice.
People seem to be enjoying what you've got going on here. And I think, that being said, we find ourselves one evening at the new Trollskull Inn. Things are happy. Things are happening. And I think this is like one of the nights that you guys have stayed in. Maybe you're having some wine or around talking to your new patrons and things of that nature. When in walks a half-orc gentleman. He's wearing fine clothing, has a monocle and a cravat. And ding-ling-ling-ling, he walks in and he takes a look around. He's got a long, square jaw that juts outwards, 2 thick tusks, and a small gold monocle here. Wearing a fine coat. And he has some ruffles where his cravat is. And he looks around and says, I would like to have dinner, please.
Hey, DM.
Yes.
DM, is he hot?
Yes.
Yay.
He's the hottest, thickest half-orc you've seen in fine clothing in your entire life.
Woo!
You look and like you see him and you see it's a busy night, so both Jane and your other friend, I can't remember the name of because I can never remember the name of anyone, and Skada are both working the bar tonight.
Scott.
You see that he is larger than both of them, and he like had to kind of duck to get in to the building.
Love them when they're tall.
So he is approached. He's approached by Eason. You see Eason, like, who is maybe 5'5" or something like that. Not like super short. Like, doesn't come up to his chest level. Look up and just, hi, hello. Yes, we have a table over there by the fire if you would like to stay warm, or over by the windows if you'd like to look out. And he goes,
By the fire, please. It's a chilly night.
Of course, of course. And she goes and leads him there, and he sits down at a two-person table, and she removes the other chair, and she comes and finds who's downstairs right now from the party.
Malia. Always Malia.
She
Yeah.
rushes.
Oh,
Eason
no.
rushes over to Malia and goes, Malia, that orc there, that fine gentleman, that's Randon Gorsey, a food critic from here in Waterdeep. He is known for giving either the best or worst reviews of your place and can put people under just as quickly as they've started. I hope you are ready for this.
I hope we are too.
Oh. Good work. Thank you for telling me. Mina.
Yes.
Mina, there is a person of great influence in our establishment tonight. His name is Randon Corsey.
Ramdon Gorsey.
Gordon Ramsay.
Oh no. Is he gonna put 2 slices of bread over my head and say, "This is an idiot
Your
sandwich"?
idiot sandwich.
I'm gonna yell at you.
We'll
Oh,
find
no.
out how it goes.
Oh no.
Oh, my idiot sandwich.
This is rotten.
Nothing.
Mina.
I've been waiting weeks for this, by the way.
Oh no.
Mina, are you feeling quite charismatic tonight? You
long as
are
he
the owner.
Oh shit.
You are the official proprietor.
I am the official proprietor. Shit. As long as he doesn't ask my hat.
Yeah, so this is one of those things that, like, it's been like 10 days now. Mina, over the last days, you've noticed that hat is getting harder and harder to put on as your horns have continued to grow.
I knew it.
They're not little nubbins anymore.
No.
They push past your hair now.
Oof.
And continuing to make their way upwards.
Yikes. Well, I mean, he's half orc. He might be chill with horns.
I mean, you've seen tieflings around the city. You're not illegal. They're not rare. I mean, they're rare, but they're not illegal. Like, you can be a tiefling. It's not crazy. You just happen to not want to show your horns off, which, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh, I have an idea. And I take the extremely beautiful glittery blue feather and I stick it into her hat.
Sure, yeah.
My hat that's like kind of not really sitting on my head anymore.
Yeah, it's like sort of on there.
Oh dear. Okay. Maybe I should just not wear the hat. Maybe there's gonna be questions about the hat because the hat's not sticking.
Exude confidence. You must.
Okay, you know what? Mina's just gonna take off the hat. It's not done with it. Over it.
Sure. You remove the hat. And a hush goes over the tavern. No one notices. No one even
Scared me.
seems to notice.
Yikes.
But your
Malia
horns
fixes
are
your
there.
hair.
Yeah. Is it
Yeah.
okay?
Here, Mina, I've cursed you enough with the horns being here. What color are they?
They'd probably be like a really like dark, deep purple, like her gem is.
Sure. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. So they are purple, almost black.
Yeah.
And they're growing somewhat from your head now, and they seem to be curving slightly. But yeah, they're there, and you're still Mina.
Okay. How's my hair, Malia? Is it okay?
Yes. Beautiful.
And you said it's Ramden Gorsey.
Yep.
God, that is so good.
All right.
While you speak to him, I shall make sure Cry does not bring any
Oh yes.
any friends into the main floor.
That is a good idea. Yes, good. All right. All right. Do we have any of that? Do we have any of that fancy wine?
Oh, of course you do. It is being well taken care of by your barkeepers.
Ooh, remember we have the extra fancy stuff in the vault.
Oh yeah, the stuff that didn't get corroded by acid.
Yeah, you have a couple left.
Okay. I think Mina's probably gonna. I don't know if I should go talk to him first or just bring over a bottle of wine. What do food do?
Like.
Ethan, have you taken his order yet or spoken to him much at all?
Oh no, you might. I'll go. And she goes over. She rushes over and she begins talking to him. And bows her head a little bit. And you're a little bit too far away, and the chatter of the tavern is covering a lot of it. What are you serving this evening?
What? I don't know. What is our chef serving? We have what's her face.
I wanted to leave this up to you if you wanted to like have a particular thing that you've heard of while we've been playing the game, or you're like, yeah, totally, we're making this thing tonight, or whatever.
Like a fancy, a fancy like duck dinner. No,
sure,
I don't think we would.
absolutely.
Would we have that though?
Why not?
Oh, I've read.
You have a butcher who provides you with meats that you could want. If you want your chefs to cook duck, they could cook duck.
What do you think, Malia? You're the fancy one.
Oh, I look him up and down from a distance. Does he look like okay, do I know anything about him?
Yeah. Roll me a little bit of history here.
Yeah.
You are a local. You would have paid attention to some of the things here in the city. A 6. You've read his name in passing, but normally when you read any of the papers here in Waterdeep or any of the pamphlets or news or whatever, it's not for entertainment and stuff. You kind of know where to go already. You don't need someone else to tell you.
True. Well.
It's a 6, by the way, Chet.
Yes. A beautiful, useless 6.
Turkey. Apparently turkey is flying around in chat right now. Or ratatouille. There you go.
Ooh.
Turkey.
Can I do turducken? No.
Let's do the famous Bob Johnson turkey dish.
Sure.
Yes. So I saw of him the famous
Bob
Johnson turkey dish.
Yeah, so Easton runs back over and says, he asked for a fine wine, and whatever the chef's special is for the evening.
All right, Mina's gonna go grab the bottle of fancy wine from downstairs.
Yeah, so you tell Easton to wait. You go grab the fanciest bottle of wine that you've got on hand here, and I forget if I gave all the names for those or not. And Easton goes and tells Joyce, who is on hand for this evening, to make the special, which is the famous Bob Johnson turkey, potatoes, and vegetables. And Joyce, Easton tells Joyce who it is, and Joyce gets to work. Okay. Is there anything else you would like to do? Do you let Easton serve the wine, or?
No, I'm gonna come over with the wine and a glass and the towel. Yeah. Like I'm gonna be like extra fancy about it because
sure,
I've seen Malia do it.
Yeah, and he sees you approach. He goes, hello. Thank you for bringing my drink. Who might you be?
Good evening. My name is Mina, and I am the proprietor of Trollskull Manor, actually.
You are the owner of the manor now.
Yes,
Is that right?
that's correct.
Looks around.
Seems clean enough. Done a lot of work in the last 10 days to make it up and running. I never thought I'd eat here again, but let's see if you live up to all the hype. What are you holding there?
What am I holding here?
Malia, what is she holding?
I know this somewhere. Somewhere in all of this. Thought I wrote it down.
Your plain one, quote unquote, is the God Catcher. That's the finest of like the regular ones that you can get.
No, this would be from the vault. This is like the fancy wine.
Yeah, I don't believe
think we
I
wrote those
wrote
down.
that down at all. I may have depended on you guys to write it down while I was coming up with random names. Because I can't do all the work! Oh my god!
Good job! I'm looking for words around my room, but I've just got like box names.
It's fine. We serve him something very nice
Yes.
from downstairs.
We'll call it vault wine.
Sure, vault wine.
Yes.
And you pop the cork, serve with a flourish, and you place it in front of him. A nice red to go with his turkey dinner.
Mm.
And he...
Why, that is fine.
And he takes a sip.
Excellent. About how long will it be until dinner is served?
It shouldn't be too long now. Our chef is working very hard to get your dinner out.
Excellent. Excellent. Run along now, I shall wait.
Very good. If you need anything else, just let me know.
Of
Or
course,
easy.
of course. Yeah.
Sips on his wine again. Eventually, the turkey dinner comes out and is placed in front of him, and he takes his time. He has his fork and his knife, and he takes a large bite of the turkey. And let's see how it tastes. This is Joyce. You selected Joyce. Joyce is something of a quiet savant in the kitchen, for even being the cheapest option here. She doesn't have much experience, but she is very good. So what I want you to roll is a d20, someone, plus 6.
I'm scared.
But
Okay, I'll do it. I'll do it. Hang on. D20 plus 6.
Yep.
and whenever I have a chance, I'd like to do something.
24. Those of you that are watching him, you see just like his face just relaxes. And for those of you, if you're making an insight, make an insight check real quick and we'll find out. That's a 24 chat for the cooking, which is excellent.
Wait, that's
10,
terrible.
Malia, 10, Mina, whoever's watching him. Anyways,
Ferris is up
with
in
the, I mean, yeah, with the
doesn't know what's
10s, you notice him relax, and you see that like he kind of picks up the pace at eating. But you don't really gather too much else beyond that. Malia, what did you want to do?
Okay, guys. This is gonna be either really heckin' cool or really bad.
Oh no.
Malia is going to very casually sit at the bar, and she's probably gonna take a little bit of a drink first, and then she's going to sing.
Okay, yeah. Malia begins to sing to entertain the guests and everyone around. Malia, would you have done this on any night before?
Yes. I do quite a bit of performing. My character likes some of the higher class culture. She likes like elven ballads and stuff, and she can speak Elvish.
Excellent. So you're going to sing an elven ballad, and you begin to do so. Will you roll me a performance check at advantage, please,
Okay.
for having been practiced at this?
Am I allowed to cast bardic inspiration on myself?
The song can count as bardic inspiration, but I don't think you can do it on yourself.
Okay. All right, here I go.
15. It is a pretty good performance. People listen in awe, and the people stop eating to listen to you, and you notice that Ramdon has stopped and appreciatively and is listening and sipping on his wine as he takes a break from his turkey dinner, and everyone claps appropriately at the end. It was well sung. It was well sung. Excellent, excellent.
Thank you. I'll be here all week and forever.
Slash forever, yeah. Okay. Ramdon finishes his food. Easton clears his plate away. He pours some more of the wine for himself there at the table, and he seems contented. What would you guys like to do?
I don't want to hover, but...
I mean, I don't know if I'd call it hovering. I mean, let's call it like 20 to 30 minutes has gone by where he's like enjoyed his meal.
Okay. Well, I'd probably go up and see if there's anything I can do for him, or...
Yeah, you come up and...
The proprietor of the reopened Trollskull. Fantastic meal. I do give my regards to the chef. It was wonderful. It's been quite some time that I've had turkey that wasn't so dry that I felt I was in a desert.
And he like readjusts his monocle a little bit.
I shall write a glowing review of your wonderful, homey establishment. Warm, inviting, wonderful singing to boot. But I think you'll do well here in the North Ward.
Oh, thank you so much. It was wonderful to have you here.
And he looks down at the bottle. He looks at his...
Also, it was a wonderful gift that you have given me with this bottle of wine. You do know its worth, don't you?
I don't know the exact worth, but I know.
No. Would you like to know, or would you like me to not tell you so you don't feel so bad in having given it to me?
You know what? It is a gift I don't need to know. Happy to give it to you.
Oh, I do appreciate that. Thank you. I believe I've finished now. My regards again to the chef.
And he finishes the wine glass and he says,
thank you.
And on the table, he places 50 gold pieces, and which is like a ton of money. And he leaves.
Okay, bye. Mina's gonna take the money off of the counter, steals it.
Sure, yeah. I mean, it's on his table, right?
Yeah.
Like he was sitting.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then she's gonna make sure she gives a hefty sum of that to all of the people working tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. You'd go give the regards to the chef, Joyce, and Joyce looks at like the money you're handing her, is like,
oh, this is too much. This is greatly too much. I just made some turkey for dinner. I don't...
And Easton's like,
well, thank you, I think. Oh my.
Jane and Scott are just like, they nod at each other.
I think I'm going to like working here.
Well, if we get any more patrons like that.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a good thing we didn't hire Tonka.
God.
Like stabs him randomly? Yeah, maybe.
Could you imagine?
You want to see my knife? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, so the night finishes and everything is right in the world. And you all make your way to bed. The inn is closed up for the night, and your guests are all tucked away as they should be. Your workers have gone for the evening. You've given out like copies of the keys and stuff to like your morning staff and whatever, so you don't have to worry about them coming and going. And all is quiet in the world.
Oh, after that, I think we should try to communicate with Liv. That was a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah. So things are quiet now. You see, it looks like Scott is gone for the evening, but Jane is still helping clean up and around. Yeah, what would you like to do?
Yeah, how do we contact him?
Oh, don't live.
Oh, live!
That's worked occasionally.
It sometimes works.
It sometimes works.
Should Cry knock on the bar again and put her ear on the
Sure,
bar?
yeah. Knock on the bar and you call for a lift. Let's see. Everyone roll me some perception checks. Let's see if Lift's around enough for you guys to hear.
Maybe we should get out his favorite wine.
Oh, nope.
Ooh, Cry, killing it.
Cry, you knock on the... You knock. Can you hear a knock back?
Oh!
On the bar itself? But, like, from the other side. Which is weird, because the bar's, like... There's stuff on the other side. But you hear a knock, and kind of an answer. Hello.
Ah! Lift's here!
Well, Malia?
Oh, hello. Liv. I don't quite know how to talk to an incorporeal being, but yes. We hope that you are pleased with how Trollskull Manor has developed, and tonight was quite a night. I think we did well.
Yeah, so Cry and Varus kind of hear a ghostly apparition speaking. Yes. Well done. Thank you for keeping the legacy of my home alive.
He said thanks.
Excellent. Mina, should we finish that bottle that we opened for the critic?
That 500 gold bottle of wine.
Please don't ever tell Malia that.
No, Mina doesn't know.
She
No
will
one
cry.
knows. No one knows. But you do. You finish the bottle of wine, and it's fantastic. It is. Oh boy.
Ooh,
That-
well,
hundreds of
Malia
years
will
ago, they
pour
made
it.
wine a different way. It was just too good.
Malia will pour a glass for Leaf.
Mm-hmm.
And it's gonna end up on the floor.
It does immediately end up on the floor. Yes, absolutely.
Enjoyed it.
It's symbolic.
Is there anything else you guys would like to accomplish for the evening?
Just out of curiosity, did Jane see all that happen because she was still up?
Oh yeah, Jane's like cleaning stuff up and like side-eyeing you, and like she sees like the glass get picked up and poured on the ground after Cry's knocked on it. She knows you guys are a little bit weird because she's been here for a while now, right? Like
Yeah.
a week and a half-ish, and she's like, "Oh, I guess there's a ghost." And she like continues like cleaning stuff up around the bar.
Alright, well, suppose it is time for... I feel bad making her clean up the floor wine that we made. I think I'm gonna go clean that. Actually, you got prestidigitation, right?
Yeah.
Or-
Malia's not gonna clean it up,
Not
sorry.
gonna clean it up? Alright, Mina's gonna clean it up because she feels bad for Jane.
Okay. Yeah, you clean it up easily enough.
Jane's been here for so long today because she's our
Yeah,
morning staff
Jane-
and she's here and it's late and
Yeah, she's picking up some of the extra slack and stuff because of how busy it was. Yeah,
A queen.
yeah.
taking care of y'all. All right. Anything else you would like to accomplish?
We don't have any of those message birds or anything that what's his face was talking about, right, Mert?
You have
I don't
not
think so.
been delivered any, or you've not also purchased any, if that was the case.
Yeah. I think that might be a
Have
thing
we
to buy.
received any patrons that have decided?
Oh, hang on. Chat, I'm sorry, it died. I lost everything. Apparently, it decided to die again. I'm sorry.
Wow.
It's been pretty bad today.
Discord's being silly.
It is being really weird today. Anyways, welcome back. So I missed that last part about the patrons.
Yeah. Do we have anyone spending the night or anyone renting rooms?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you have probably about 5 guests there. Why is my camera not showing up? I'm sorry. Weird. There we go. Yeah, you have about 5 guests, and everything is being, it's being handled, and it's part of like the profit that you guys have made over that last 10 day and stuff like that. So, but yeah, there are people here.
cool.
Okay.
Okay, well, Mina's gonna go to bed.
Excellent. So you guys head off to bed for the evening after a interesting day and evening and glowing review by one of the finest half-orc gentlemen in all of the city. And you sleep restfully for the night. The morning comes around. It's cold and foggy, as it always is. Oh my god!
What's going on?
We literally cannot physically keep the call alive long enough to finish the show. I'm not sure what's up with that.
Discord?
I thought it was me, but apparently not. Okay, I don't feel. So
I don't
bad
know
now.
what's happening.
No,
Anyways,
Discord's having a meltdown.
well, so both Stella and I are East Coast, and we are hosting currently West Coast. So I
we have
might
no
have something to
problems.
do with that, but I'm not super sure. Anyways, so again, it is the early morning. It is chilly. It is foggy, as it is every spring morning here in Waterdeep. The windows rattle, and the roar of an explosion fills Trollskull Alley. Charred bodies and anguished screams fly through the air. A thick cloud of acrid smoke billows outwards from the blast, which seems to have occurred right outside the Trollskull Manor door. Good morning.
What?
What?
Wait, we see body parts flying by the windows?
Well, it depends. Are you awake very early in the morning?
I mean, we always are.
I want
yeah.
biscuits.
So what is
not
everyone
bodies.
what is everyone doing this morning? Let's start there.
I was definitely up in my room watering my plants.
Sure, yeah, you're watering the plants and you see like the rise of an explosion from outside of your window.
We would have been having
Molly-
breakfast wine.
You guys are having breakfast wine at the bar, or maybe having some breakfast biscuits, and directly outside of your door is an explosion and a roar and screams as acrid smoke billows inwards. You like one of your like windows shatters over off to the side from the force of the explosion. Yeah. What would you like to do? Wait, Varys, where are you right now? Let's get that first.
Varys was under a table eating breakfast, and
Yep.
Safest
The
place
table-
to be,
maybe
apparently.
close to the wall,
Yeah.
and he's like shaken by this explosion.
Uh-huh. Excellent. All right. Now what?
Mina's probably gonna rush up and open the door and check to see what the heck just happened.
Yeah. It looks like some form of explosion has gone off. The smoke is thick and everywhere. For what you can tell, I mean, there's smoke and then there's fog, but like people have like started coming outside and are like trying to investigate the situation there in front of them. You can't super tell what's happening right now unless you decide to get closer.
Is everyone okay? Everyone's inside, right? None of us have left? Molly's just like asking out loud.
Yeah, so like everyone's around. I mean, Jane's behind the bar. You see your morning halfling guy. What's his name? Dasher. Like kind of peek down the stairs there. Willis is like he comes out and says, "What's going on? I just heard the most terrible explosion." What? And he like looks outside. He's like, "Oh my." Yeah, but everyone seems to have been inside at the time.
Can I
But
get a look through the window? Since I'm still up in my room, can I look through my attic, through the garret in the attic? Can I try and get a look?
You want to take a yeah? You can take a look. Absolutely. So make me like a perception check to see what you can see through the nice. That's pretty good. An 18 through the smoke and the fog that's down there below. You see people coming out of their houses and the shops. The people you haven't necessarily met. Again, Trollskull is a busy area on its own. But you also see like Fala like leaning out of her window over on the side there, and you see what looks like there's bodies. There's definitely bodies on the ground.
Oh my god.
Some of them scorched and burned. Others of them missing various limbs. You see, most of them look human-sized, but some are. One is very small, and then two are somewhat smaller, and you see like the charred remains of like a fiddle on the ground as well. But even from this height and from the smoke and stuff, you're gonna need to get like down there to see
I'm gonna run
a
downstairs.
closer look. Yeah, so you come downstairs. What would you like to do?
go find Molly and everyone, make sure they weren't outside.
Yeah, everyone seems to have been inside. You see them all there, and yeah.
Ooh.
Malia is going to tell the staff to stay inside, and she's going to begin to make her way out.
Sure,
Okay,
absolutely.
Nina's going with her.
Yeah, Varys is gonna drop a bow and also head outside.
Does anyone have proficiency in Arcana?
Oh god.
Check.
No.
No.
Okay.
I can make an Arcana check if you'd like.
I was going to ask because someone who would have proficiency in that would likely think for that first. They would say, oh, what magic would have caused this or something like that. But if no one has proficiency in that, you're probably going to have to see something else to maybe make you think about Arcana first.
Yeah.
But regardless, I thought I'd ask. Okay. So, yeah, you go outside. Everyone in the group, Varys with his bow drawn, you see like people emerging from the buildings. Nothing seems on fire, but there are a lot of people dead.
Oh my god.
Can we make out like any details about these bodies? Are they?
Sure, yeah. You want to like walk amongst the bodies and see if you can figure some stuff out?
Yeah, I want to make sure they're none of our friends.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
No neighbors,
Yeah.
no neighbors.
So whoever has the highest investigation, go ahead and roll that at advantage because you're all doing the investigating.
Okay, I've got a 2.
I believe, Mina, that you are the highest.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll that one with advantage.
Are any of them
Ugh,
alive?
rough.
Okay. It's tough. Well, you see an elderly female human. You don't recognize her though. Maybe she was out for a morning walk or something. You see 2 cloaked male humans. They have leather armor on and sheathed long swords at their belt. 2 female humans and looks like maybe a male half-elf. Plain clothing. Nothing overly flashy. They could have been workers or servants of some kind. A male gnome has a burned cloak and he's clutching a dagger in his hand. 2 female halflings, one clutching a burned out fiddle, another a flute flung out to the side, and another 2 male halflings next to them.
Wow, that's a lot of dead bodies.
Holy shit.
Oh my god.
Are there any injured people that are still alive?
None that you can see in this investigation. So far, you've only found the 11 bodies that are around here.
Oh my god.
You can maybe make a closer look at some of the bodies themselves, but of the area, this is what you have found so far.
Yeah, Molly is going to try to see if she can save anyone, if anyone's still alive.
You go through each of the bodies. Make me let's see. Roll me a perception check. 21. One of the dead male humans has a black-winged snake tattooed on his right forearm. The gnome has dry waste on his boots and cloak. You kind of surmise that he probably spent time in the sewers recently. He also has a pouch containing a lot of gems. But all of the bodies are that. They are bodies and lifeless.
I'll point out all of these things to my companions.
Mm-hmm. Those of you that aren't necessarily looking at the bodies, can you roll me a perception check, please?
Yeah. Oof.
6 for Cry.
Character loading. Why?
Mina, do we want to perceive?
Yeah, hang on. Let me look here. Oh, sorry. I put on
It's a 4. It's fine. Mike, you don't have any bonuses for your perception? I mean, it's a 2. but
My character sheet's screwed up. Was it? Yeah, so I just rolled a flat D. There we go.
okay.
For perception. No, I don't have bonuses.
Okay. All right. You don't seem to notice anything at this time.
Molly is not gonna mess with the gem bag. She's not gonna touch, like, take anything. She'll just leave everything there.
Sure.
And she'll look around to try to see if there's any people that might have seen or have stopped to have a look. She'll call out and be like, "Did anyone witness what happened?"
Yeah, sure. And I think at that time, you hear like a whistle happening, and you like hear like a police whistle, and you see now as you look up, Molly, after you've investigated some things, you see like there's a griffin rider in the sky that's been circling probably for some time, and you also see that the city guard are arriving. They are like cordoning off Trollskull Alley, posting guards at each entrance. And they are clearing out the area and moving people back into their homes or away from the area itself. So you make that call out, but instead you're greeted by some members of the City Watch. They approach you. They're coming down the street. Do you want to stay amongst the bodies, or do you move away?
I'm gonna head straight towards them.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. You walk towards them. There is, it seems, a City Watch sergeant and someone wearing some like purple robes next to him. Yeah. The watchmen here. Their sheets aren't the best, but we could show this to you guys. This is Seth Cromley. Sergeant Seth Cromley here, for those of you guys that can see that right now. So he's a grizzled, veteran-looking. He's he's got a mustache, a thick nose, and with him is Barnabas Blastwind.
Oh my goodness.
This fellow here, in purple robes and green spectacles and a large golden medallion necklace, curling mustaches. Barnabas Blastwind is with him as well. You notice that like his medallion, as you approach him, Malia, shows that he works for the Watchful Order of Magists and Protectors. You know that they're investigators in crimes that involve magic. So yeah, he approaches you along with Seth Cromley, and Seth goes, "Right, what's all this then? What's happening here?" He sees you approach. "You there? Were you responsible for all of this?" And he's got like his little book out, and he's gonna be writing some information.
Hello, I am Malia Chilwell. I inhabit the Trollskull Manor, the building right here. And there appears to have been an explosion.
Right then, that seems clear enough. Well, if you're from the Trollskull, we'll be by to question you post haste. Please proceed back to your domicile and we will come by. Thank you. We will be doing some investigating prior to that. Good day.
Very well, thank you. And she'll head over to where Mina and the others have come out and tell them the investigators are here and they're telling us to go back inside.
Sure, yeah. So yeah, after some time passes and you guys are like kind of like sitting inside and like watching through the windows at what they're doing, eventually both Seth and Barnabas approach your door. You see them come up to the door, but Seth, he knocks anyways. Do you open the door for them?
I think maybe before that, Malia would ask Mina, are you gonna wear your hat?
You think I should? I feel like there have been many tieflings about. I could probably get away with it.
It's up to you, my dear.
No, Mina's gonna leave it off.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, so eventually they come to the door. Would you like to open it for them?
Yes, I will open it since they to me.
Yeah, so Seth and Barnabas come inside, and Barnabas is the one to speak this time.
Hello, yes, thank you. So, and he fixes his spectacles, I'd like to discuss, what you've seen. We're looking for reliable witnesses to the acts outside, and if you've, seen anything, amiss this side of the Trollskull alley.
Are you gonna, Malia?
Oh,
He like looks at each of you and just
Like-
We're all just kind of
Okay.
frankly looking at each other like, okay, let's talk first.
I don't believe so. We have been having breakfast. We had been running business as usual. Nothing terribly unusual, to my knowledge. What of you, Varys? Cry, Nina?
No.
No, been weird, but I've.
Right then, makes sense. You wouldn't want to set off a fireball smell this close to your own establishment now, would you? Ha! Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Sergeant, strike that from the record.
Brash wind, like scratches something out on his pen or on his thing. Barnabas says,
Well, all right then. If you know anything, please do come by the Watchful Order of Magists and Protectors. Anything that you can help us figure out will be most helpful. We'll get this place cleared out in the next couple hours. We're having some of the guards come by and get things handled. You just leave this to us. Don't go off investigating yourself or anything like that. That would be silly. Plus, we've got this well handled. So don't you worry. You all have a good day now. And he fixes his glasses once again and turns around and they exit your home.
A fireball?
And you said you saw the tattoo, the snake with the wings?
Ah, yes, the Zentirum. Yes.
That is very suspicious.
Indeed.
and I think that's where we leave today for the time being. And I'm just gonna run this real quick. Chapter 3 Fireball. The cleverest name in all of Dungeons & Dragons, Chapter 3 Fireball. Welcome, everybody. You've did it. Congratulations, you've made it to Waterdeep Dragon Heist Chapter 3. This being said, we're going to close up the episode right now. We'll do some shoutouts in just a second, but you've also all now hit level 3. Double claps. Hooray. Hype, hype. Level 3, Chapter 3. So you guys now have something in front of you to potentially investigate. Figure out things about the fireball, why it happened in front of your door, and all of the bodies that were there. So that is for you guys to figure out. The next episode, next week, I am out of town. I'm on vacation for the first time in a while, so I will not be here for next Sunday, which means there will be no show next Sunday. The Sunday after that is also Mother's Day, so I'm not super sure what everyone's plan is for that, but here in the States, that is Mother's Day. I might also be unavailable. We'll find out for that as well. But thank you, everyone, for tuning in tonight. I super duper appreciate it, and let's do some shout-outs. No Dice Mike, where can people find you at?
No Dice Mike, patreon.com/No Dice Mike. Also, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and Facebook, all /No Dice Mike. That's where you can find me and my work. So, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Stella, where can the people find you at?
Hey guys, I'm Stella Luna here at Twitch, and you can find me on Twitter at StellaLuna_TV. I do doodles and Pokemon D&D. Neat.
Excellent, thank you. Dungeon Dame, where can people find you at?
You can find me at Dungeon_Dame on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. All very easy to find. And I stream on Twitch on Tuesdays and Wednesdays usually at 7:30 Pacific Standard Time. And I paint miniatures, so come paint along with me.
Excellent, thank you. And bravo.
I am Bravo. That's with 5 R's. BRRRRRAVO. Again, sorry for that. I stream every Wednesday at 6:30 ish with Nickables and so far Bonus Stage Robot. We talk about D&D while we play Minecraft. It's very fun. And then maybe Fridays, and then Monday is my last Ravnica game. That is our last, right?
That is indeed our last one.
Okay, because I said that last time and it in fact wasn't the last. But yes, tomorrow's our last Ravnica game. Krav's backstory will wrap up. I'm very excited. And yeah, just find me Twitter, Instagram on the same handle.
Excellent, thank you. Hi, I'm RunawayRobot and Joel, and your resident GM, DM, and otherwise here on RunawayRobot and on DieFall shows. I'm going to drop a bunch of things down into the chat right now. If you're interested, you should come back on Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, because we'll be running the one-shot Revengers, where this cast that you saw tonight, as well as a cast from a previous show, will be teaming up in a spacefaring adventure for one night and one night only. Additionally, I'm on that show on Encounter Roleplay tomorrow night for Mondays, 5 p.m. Eastern Time there, and it'll be the last one that I'm playing Cyrus Elsvolt in. Additionally to that, I think that's all I've got going on this week, because then I'm on vacation. So that's cool. But if you're interested on being on one of these shows at any point in time in the near far future or whatever, apparently I can't spell just casting without an S, go fill out the application form there. Today is the last day to do that. If you would like to be on any of these shows, have a chance to be on any of these shows, you must do that there. Otherwise, I'm probably not going to know that you're interested, and I won't be contacting you. So how else would I know? Yeah, so there's going to be big announcements on Tuesday coming up. Other than that, I think that's about it for today. Welcome to Chapter 3, everyone. Great show. I'm going to go watch Avengers now. Yay! So, goodbye.
Bye.